I'm just gonna watch the numbers for a little bit to make sure that we're good. So Christine can play while.
Okay. Okay. So what was I doing?
Are we back? So you were told your goal was to infiltrate this building.
Yep.
And I think I actually remember this because I think this confused me too. There's a door texture on it that doesn't appear to be interactable, but is.
Okay.
This room has problems.
Just dipped below.
So I walked
we
up
didn't
to it
drop
and
any
didn't do.
frames.
Oh, you press A. I see.
Yeah, room cleared.
Okay.
Whoa,
Are we
that's
drop-
really low.
I'd pause.
I turned this on. Too.
Oh. Are you on? Oh, you're on the network right now. Is that? Oh, so when it went really low was your phone? Okay.
Hey chat, are we back?
I'm just gonna keep dancing.
Yeah.
I guess
Someone
just
tells
keep
me
an eye on that
otherwise.
drop
Hi
frames.
Sandra.
Hey, CV back. Keep an eye on those frames.
Okay.
Use the topography to your advantage.
Oh, okay, so this is teaching.
This is where the game they were trying to make actually starts.
Here, you want to take the?
Yeah. Let me remember how this.
So now that
Yeah,
you've
backstepping is not.
Yeah, no, I'm just getting used to the controls.
So now that you've cleared one of the game's most difficult rooms, they're going to start you with the very simple kill one enemy.
Yeah, the
Oh,
controls
and these are the things that you can duck in.
So part of
Yeah.
why the controls are weird, you'll notice that the rooms are very particular shapes, and what you're going to find is that enemies appear at particular times and in particular patterns. So all of your movement is really weird and constrained. She can't run around freely, but she can take side steps and discrete steps. She can jump in discrete steps. She can turn in like discrete angles. Your camera is on 45-degree angles. This game wants you to be moving in really, really precise fashion, and it actually wants you to memorize rooms. When I said it's like an arcade game, I mean like
You can tap real fast.
yeah, I mean like a space shooter in the sense that like you're supposed to memorize the games one by one and get a perfect on every single room. If you know these rooms, you can just do one series of fluid motions where you run forward,
Press
you
A.
hit every enemy very, very quickly, and you can clear the entire game in one
yeah,
combo.
It's enemies destroyed, clear time, max combo. So yeah, very much like an arcade game.
Yeah. And they've all the enemies have like, they're all robots and they've all got very mechanical ways of moving. So you can extremely
Wow,
manipulate
that
their...
took a huge chunk off you.
Yeah, don't get hit.
Trying not to.
Right. You will hopefully eventually get it.
I mean, their attacks are very telegraphed.
Their attacks are extremely telegraphed. Of course, you don't know that yet because you've just met them, but every one of these rooms has some kind of perfect way of doing it where...
The tank controls though are so like...
But you can sidestep.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's like...
Also, I think like it might want you to sidestep back and forth. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, so
No,
like...
I'm trying to. It's just...
Like one good
like
pattern is...
behind the wall.
One good pattern is blast, 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 sidestep, blast, 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 sidestep. If you do it on that exact rhythm, what you'll find is the enemies will target you and then shoot just as you've sidestepped. It's like the tank controls
Oh,
are
that's
bad
like
because
that
you're
thing
not
you get
supposed to be using them.
Sorry, the what are bad?
The tank controls are bad because you're not actually
Yeah.
expected to be using them. Is that a... Can you kill that behind you? Can you target that?
Oh. So I'm just going to spend a little bit of time getting more used to the controls.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
No, like you say the tank controls aren't supposed to be used, but like this situation basically you need to do this, then sideways.
Try...
To
Do you have a fast turn of any kind?
There's a fast turn, but it's a...
It's backward, okay.
It's a full...
So what I would do is, could you just like stand at the front of the room and just jump twice to get to the center?
From here?
From like the start, you can... She's way more fluid, like... She's way more fluid in the air than she... Oh yeah, also the back steps. Everything's in these very like discrete increments. But like, I wouldn't run forward, I would just jump forward twice.
It's unfortunate, like, I know that these are here for cover, but they also mean that, like, because of the tank
Yeah.
controls, you can really get caught on them easily.
I don't.
You don't.
I think you should be sidestepping more.
Yeah, no, I should. The thing is, though, also the sidestep, you're stuck into that animation, so
Yeah, it's very...
you can't, like, go like, oh, wait, I sidestepped into bullets, I need to cancel that. There's no canceling your sidesteps.
Yeah.
You can keep going with it though.
You can keep going, but you can't, like, you cannot cancel those animations.
Also,
oh, you can a bit.
if you're trying to come around, jumping sideways is really effective.
If I'm trying to what?
Oh, huh.
Yeah, the
I thought-
sideways jump isn't very good.
I thought there was a sideways leap. Okay.
That is
No.
the sideways jump.
Yeah, okay. I just went wrong. Sorry.
The jumping back and forth and side steps on sort of an invisible grid reminds me of early Tomb Raider.
But it's kind of like, you know, in later... You have to destroy all the enemies in that room before you can go on.
Just great.
Good luck. Yeah, great. So you jumped right over, like... You jumped right over, like, the hail of fire.
Yeah. I keep on wanting to tone using the second analog stick.
A big part of this is getting used to, like, the rhythm of, like, how often, like, what the
Yeah.
cooldowns of the enemies are, which that you just have to get used to.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
some of it is just timing. I am curious how I'm going to do. I generally do not like Platinum games. Like, not that they're badly made games, they just aren't for me.
But a thing you'll notice that's kind of wild about this, like, I think, so I don't
You have to
play...
hit A.
I'm not very good at games with, like,
Oh, also,
Yeah.
yeah, I couldn't see.
Yeah.
Oh no, the continue screen
continue screen has the
Yeah.
problem.
is not visible on our TV because of some capture issue,
Yeah.
but is visible.
So, like, you've played Platinum games. Like, they're big on, like, the combo systems, right? And there's, like, these, Christine, there's, like, my understanding is there's a lot of, like, things where, like, you're supposed to do attacks in certain orders to, like, get fluid motion and, like, mix up your attacks and that sort of
I
thing.
wouldn't know. I've only the only thing that's close to a platinum game is I played Nier Automata, but that's not like their design.
I thought DMC
Isn't-
was them.
Not the DMC that I played. I played the
Okay.
Ninja.
Oh, okay, I got confused.
Isn't the Metal Gear Raiden game?
Oh wait, no, that is true. Yes, I did play Metal Gear Revengeance. Yeah, which is very big on.
Which I just never, like, I finished it.
But that's also weird. That's not like I don't think that's Bayonetta like.
By the way, you're barely using your super
Oh,
attack.
we just lost visuals on the TV. For a moment there. That was weird. Ooh. Okay, super attack. It's... Yeah, we're having some signal issues here.
Right, left, A.
Right, left, A.
Yeah, as far as we can tell, it changes resolutions or something. Like goes between modes. So
Yeah, the
the
weird thing was it
occasional
happened
is
there right in the middle of...
Yeah.
That was weird.
So I don't know about GameCube, but I do know on the N64 you could change resolutions very quickly.
Yeah.
And games, Capcom games would anyway. Resident Evil 2, I remember, had a like big thing where it would change resolution depending on how many enemies were on screen. So I don't know if they're doing something like that there, but it's not outside of the realm of possibility.
You know, the
I
thing that's...
assume we noticed though.
The thing that's interesting about this is that, like, the people who made this got later really well known for making, like, combo-based fighting games. And this is something where, like, the combos are not just, like, part of the fighting. It's, like, the way you move is, like... Like, moving around in this game is as complicated as combat in, like, a conventional fighting game.
I don't feel like it's complicated. It just seems discreet. But the thing about the combos, this isn't a... They're using the word combo, but they're not. But they're using it in an idiosyncratic mean. It's
They're
not.
using it meaning killing
Yeah,
strings
it's a
of
kill.
enemies.
It's not an attack. It's like if you
being
killed
used-
an enemy in 2 seconds there, you would.
Yeah, it's being used in the arcade sense
Yeah.
of combo, not in the fighting game sense of combo.
But I'm thinking that like movement is sort of a combo because like with moving from A to B is like do a sidestep, do a pinwheel, do a jump. Like if you're moving in these unusual discrete increments, like you'll get more effective whatever. Also like paying attention to the cover, but the cover is really weird. Like these aren't very boxy rooms.
Yeah, I mean, this is also, you know, before anyone knew what a cover shooter was, for example. And I don't think...
Yeah. I feel like Miguel there, like, sidestepped something that he couldn't see being shot, which was kind of cool.
That was because I could hear the sound.
Yeah. You like, learn all these little cues.
Yeah. I really like... There's a lot of just awkwardness in this game. So, like... I want to be doing the sidestepping and, like, going into cover here, but it's often very easily for the camera to snap out of where I need it to be.
I feel like, I wish the turns weren't, like, I wish the turns were more discreet.
Yeah.
I think that would...
There's a
Yeah,
backwards
if it was actually a 90-degree turn with a tap, that would be perfect, because
Yeah.
the game isn't really about moving fluidly in terms of being like about curves
Yeah.
of motion.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like what I remember is that like once you kind of start to like get the feeling of a room, it's like incredibly intense. Like I think a comparison I made at the time is like this was like the early days of rhythm games, and like
Now might be a good time to use the super attack.
you actually want to be like using your super attack more or less continuously, because you'll be like recharging it by killing things.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. And I think most rooms have like an optimal set of decisions, like kill this, kill this, kill this, take out the next wave with the super, kill, 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 super.
Okay, I need to practice the super.
But this
I
is
think we
also
might have
like
just gotten punted back to the menu.
this is also
Yep.
brutally
We
unforgiving.
ran out of continues.
So, does
Can
it
you-
take you all the way back to the beginning?
I think it takes you back to the area, because you'll notice it was like 1 out of 23. If it takes you back to the outside area, that's awful. What does load game do?
Well, we haven't been
We
asked
haven't
to
offered to
yet.
save. Okay.
Oof.
You want me to take the wheel?
Yeah,
Yeah.
take the wheel
Okay.
for a bit.
You can see why this wasn't very commercially successful, right? Like, this is very unfriendly. Nothing is obviously working, and you've got someone on the couch going, no, trust me, it gets really cool
To
later.
be fair,
But-
it does have an easy mode.
yeah, it does. I think
Yeah.
I actually might have played it on easy mode.
Well, we'll see. If Christine gets stuck, then we definitely need to turn it down to easy.
I'm excited to
Yeah.
see some of those.
So, if you beat it on... The wild thing is it actually wants you to finish the game multiple times. I guess they probably wanted you to play it once on easy, once on normal, then once on hard. And then go for the, like... Okay, so... If you beat the game on normal, it unlocks hard. If you beat the game twice, regardless of what mode, it unlocks, like, the Ultra Suit. And if you beat the game with the Ultra Suit, you get the hidden true ending. The Ultra Suit, I don't know what the deal with it is, but I think it's just, like, super powerful, and if you've learned how to play the game the weird way it wants to be played, you can just, like, wreak horrible havoc. But the, like, beat it twice thing seems to imply they're, like, expecting you'll play it once on easy, you'll play it once on normal, you'll play it once on hard. Now, meanwhile, the game is, like, weirdly unforgiving, and it's almost unthinkable anyone could even finish it. I never finished it in any mode. also notice part of what makes this game work is that you've got this really weird restricted movement set, but they intentionally give the robots weird restricted movement sets just to...
Yeah,
and then there's
definitely...
this room. Just super it.
I don't want to use it all up. I guess there's more over there.
What are,
yeah.
are those supers?
It drops a lot of supers, it drops a lot of health, and I think there might be things you can do to manipulate how often...
Okay, those are total refills, so it's actually not that bad.
Basically, my advice is if your super gauge is full, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, that's usually true.
Someone in chat says, it's interesting your suit shots can go very far and hit the target. Most games made shots vanish at the distance.
They might not have been thinking about it too much in this room because it's like...
Yeah, very few of the rooms have, like, most of the rooms are just tiny. So you got a really big combo on that, I guess because you were very fast. I still don't know what the points do.
I think it's just, like...
Might just be points.
Yeah. They just wanted to have that arcadey, like, you get a rating at the end, so you could work on getting better and better.
And they want you to go for high points. They're like... Okay, the points are used to upgrade your suit.
Oh, okay.
Remember, you've got to crouch.
Yeah, I was using it.
Oh, okay, sorry. I was looking things up on the internet.
I can't believe we haven't gotten to a save spot yet. It's
Yeah,
a bit ridiculous doing this much without...
I think I'm remembering is that this game picks up if you can get through the first block of... You notice it says number of rooms?
Yeah.
There's multiple areas. So I think if you can get to the end of the area, it will let you in the next section. But then you're using up continues. You have one life. Your continues are more like your lives.
3 of 21. Okay.
It's really weird. Like the rooms are sort of set up in a way that introduces you to the concept, but they're not explaining the important ones. Like, nothing's tutorialized.
Ooh.
Okay, so it wasn't just me. It is difficult.
It's really, it's hard.
I really want to know how that works because there's like there's a like in between those shots, you can't get hit, and I want to know how that works. But also, I don't want to test it for obvious reasons.
Yeah, if that, given everything's on 90-degree angles, if they just snapped you, whatever,
geez,
whatever causes that to happen.
I love it.
They just blacked out and all the robots were dead.
Yeah, have a look at some of the capture settings, see if there might be something that might. It's probably just sending a really like bright, weird video signal.
Oh.
Also, remember the the jump is a really powerful dodge, but it's also like it's kind of chaotic. Like it takes a very long time to recover from.
That was the wrong direction.
Yeah, it's gonna. Sorry, folks, we're just gonna have a little bit of an interruption in the stream. I'm just changing a setting to see if it fixes this thing where suddenly we don't get anything on the TV in the middle of a firefight.
Yeah, it looks great on screen, but they are blinded for a few seconds.
Yeah, Two Water Guns is making the point. This is the only one of the Capcom 5 that remained exclusive. Another person says, who were the QA testers on this? Were they hardened NES players? Oof. No signal. Alright, want to try easy mode?
Absolutely not.
Nice. I'm proud
It's
of you.
interesting that when it reboots all the way back to the
Yeah,
progressive scan.
that sure does.
That is not normal for games that had progressive scan on the GameCube. Should we switch to easy?
She thinks she can do it.
Is the game going to get harder from here?
I don't...
I feel like I just don't have a feel for it yet.
I don't feel
I'm
like
just
it-
worried that this is going to be something where you're
I
the only
don't
person
feel
who
like
has a
it-
feel for it.
I don't feel like it got harder, but I was also probably playing it on easy mode. I don't remember how easy mode's different. It might be you're just a damage sponge. The later levels give you more complicated scenarios without necessarily being harder. I think actually it might get easier because I think the later levels are more structured, and the entire point of this game is you are a glass cannon who you're a
Or you could use your power
Yeah.
just before grabbing that.
Yeah. I wonder if they were trying with these things to say like, oh, you have to use your superpower because you need the homing. But that's really annoying, actually.
If it didn't keep making you come back here, I'd say that starting off in this like gritty brown landscape and then going into the sleek white corridor.
Yeah.
It's definitely an
Nice
interesting
change.
contrast, but
But because like this one room is probably one of people's most clear memories of the entire game. So Mikami?
yes.
Mikami described his goal for this game to be the opposite of DMC. So DMC is like this very like gruff masculine game, lots of angles, lots of everything. And here everything is like white, smooth, feminine. This is almost a direct quote from something that's written on the Wikipedia page, which I looked up right before playing this. Or I'm not playing. Whoa.
Oh shit! I didn't have a.
So yeah, you got. It looks like you got iframes on the super, which sounds abusable as heck.
It's hard to tell. Oh my god, my health isn't restored.
That's brutal.
Until you get that power up, I guess.
That would have actually been the one time you could have used the turnaround.
True.
But yeah, it's really, really clear that they want you to love this game. Like, if you don't love it, you're not going to be even able to play it. They want you to, like, pour over every room, like, work out an exactly optimal strategy, like, basically be a speedrunner. And the game is offering you so little to make you believe that there's any kind of payoff. I think what I remember is just not getting... What I remember is not getting this game at all until Area 2. Area 2 is like just, it's more complicated, everything's a lot more structured, and like all of a sudden, like everything just starts to make a weird sort of sense. Maybe I won't say anything more about that until Christine gets there, because if Christine doesn't have that reaction, I'm gonna feel really silly.
Oh my god. Okay.
Do you always shoot with your right hand?
I do wish you could hold the A button to shoot. That is, I think, my
Yeah.
biggest.
Yeah. So one thing someone's pointing out is at the end of every block of stages, you will get the chance to spend your points to upgrade things. But you can't do that yet. So in a sense, the game will get easier because you can upgrade your abilities, but only if you've been doing well enough to get lots of points.
Man, when you get hit, that's like a huge...
Yeah.
There's a long period where you just cannot move.
Which I guess is a good way to convey that, like, that, like, it hurts, but also you're kind of in harm's way.
Yeah, it feels like a strange game because I can tell that, like, when you describe the high-level play, that it's really fluid.
Yeah.
But it is built in such a way that until you reach that point, it's really clunky. Like, you're doing these awkward turns.
Right, I should be doing the jump more.
I was in the air nearly all the time because I'm not good at dodging. I'm not good at combos. So like all I knew how to do was jump.
Oh. Shit, I was right next to a wall.
Yeah, no, that's another thing. The camera doesn't handle those situations well, and yet you're supposed to be doing precise dodging.
I kind of want to just play this with an action replay that gives you infinite continues.
Oh, fuck.
I recommend if Christine dies here, we switch to easy, and I'd like to have another go and see if I can get any better. Is this our last continue, or?
One more, I think?
It's our last.
I really like how when you die, you just go directly to no
Oh,
signal.
no. No, guess I have one more. Okay. Shit. Oh, fuck. Where did you come from?
Nice.
That was actually a good bit of fluidness where you like ran into the corner.
Oh, new area.
Yeah, here we go.
Oh, it happened again. It's back.
Yeah, that's a big problem. Would love to be able to see the screen. That's...
Yeah, so since people on stream can't see, we just basically just had a black screen for 3 seconds.
It keeps happening, we don't know why.
My guess is it's sending a very weird signal, like,
Yeah.
this game may have been rushed in more ways than one.
Maybe progressive scan mode just has something weird about it.
We played through all of Zelda with progressive scan, both using an HDMI converter and component like we are now.
Alright, well go ahead and switch to easy.
So I think it's something specific to this game.
New game.
Yeah, I was like, we should be loading a game. No, we have not hit the first checkpoint yet.
I got really excited when you hit that room because like this game is more interesting in rooms with more interesting shapes. Like you can imagine that room actually gives you things to do because there's like cover you can actually hide behind, like things you can move around, enemies that you take on one at a time as opposed to just here is a single corridor with 3 enemies that are just blasting you out of the sky.
You can hit start.
Oh, yeah.
Incidentally, you'll notice that it's just this one song all the way through, which makes it really good that this is like an 8-minute song, but
Wait, for the entire game it's this song?
I think it might be different per stage, but
you're hitting it, it just takes forever for those shots to get there. It's clearly not intended to be done this way.
I mean, it might be because it feels really good.
Does it though?
Okay. Okay, so how do I do this special? It's
Left, right.
okay.
yeah.
There we go. Got it.
However, it only works if you're locked on.
Yeah. I'm just
can-
happy I pulled it off. Okay, yeah, I got it now. Not sure why that needs to be a combo.
I mean, probably because there's more of them later, but I don't necessarily. It's kind of awkward.
Yeah, I wonder if there's a lot more. It looks like there's only one more to unlock, which...
For this
Fire it up.
suit in its
Hit it with
current-
this. Hit it with the, yeah.
Unlocking new suits is a huge part of the game.
Oh, so different suits have different sets.
You will have different suits. Every suit will have its own stats that you upgrade as you go.
I wouldn't be surprised if the like left-right enter is just supposed to be kind of like a dance.
It might be, but that's also really awkward because it means you have to take your finger. They found with the control
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although, like, the control stick doesn't seem as important as...
Yeah, especially since you can do your dodging.
Yeah.
stick. It's true. It might be that there's certain rooms where you just never put your finger on the thumbstick and it feels great.
We still need to move forward, but... Hit A.
I did, and I was just like out of the zone slightly. Aced that room.
Totally.
Nailed it.
Didn't give you any bonus points. One thing I'm going to be curious to watch is, are there different numbers of enemies? Like, is it the case that the only difference between easy and normal is how much damage you can absorb?
It actually.
No, it's how much damage they take.
Yeah, no, I'm gutting through them a lot faster.
Which is weird, so this actually feels like a better number.
Yeah, no, it's feeling a lot better. Oh, I was perfectly placed.
The,
Oh, but yeah, you definitely take way less damage. I wonder if the like the amount of damage they take is designed around like other attacks or other suits or something.
I don't know.
Thought I saw something there.
The whole thing of beat the game twice in any mode to unlock the like the true final suit really does feel like they were intending you to maybe start on easy first.
That though was like a lot of games did that type of pattern at this time, where you'd have to replay multiple times to get various things.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. It's generally like it doesn't feel like developers think of the easy mode as the one that like is ideal for your first experience unless like they specifically signpost that.
Yeah.
Like you'll often see like if you've never played a game in this genre,
Yeah.
try easy mode,
Well,
and
that's
often like that'll be like an entirely new genre.
That's a new thing. So, like the whole thing of like games actually explaining what the hard, easy, whatever mode means. I'm usually just completely lost.
What was the indie game that's a shmup on Mars? I'm trying to remember.
Jamestown.
Jamestown does a really good job of basically easing you into various difficulties. Where it
Well, it
doesn't-
also doesn't encourage you to start on easy. It just won't let you finish on easy.
Yeah, it basically you start on easy and then it's like okay, now you've.
It's
got
good
to
at
do the next
forcing you to
difficulty.
go harder, but it doesn't encourage you to start easy.
So notice you got a max. Okay, this is as far as Christine got. You got here really easily, and you had a max combo of 5 in the last level.
Exploring is so hard because that tone is so bad.
But do you notice something?
Mostly that it is really awkward to move and do this sort of exploration.
I don't know if actually that one thing over there is something you're supposed to move, attack or not.
You can lock onto it, so
Like, I don't know if that's a hidden secret or if that's just...
you can lock onto it though.
Okay.
Yeah, I really wish it was just a tap 90-degree turn. Like,
Yeah, that would change the game completely.
like, take the fact that it is arcadey and go even
Miguel,
further.
there's an enemy on top of you.
And go even further
yeah,
in that direction.
that would be a huge help.
Oh, it blew up. Okay. Oh wait, there's. Oh my god.
Like, each of these rooms feels like a weird, like, kind of a puzzle. Like, it feels like there must be some way to move through this room that is, like, completely perfect and fluid and whatever.
Something weird about. Yeah, there's some very weird stuff about the way that movement works in terms of the curves you move along.
I'm trying to figure out the weird diamond thing is supposed to be like a hidden enemy or something.
Weird diamond thing.
The thing that's floating up there that you have.
Oh, it's the thing that you pop open if you. Oh.
No, I don't think it is. I think it's different. Yeah, sliders are like the absolute worst way to convey anything because you never know which chunk you're supposed to be on.
You,
I've
you
gotta
can-
go the other way.
yeah, you can just attack him from back here.
Yeah, you can just shoot it.
Yeah, see, it was a power up.
Okay.
But I can then.
But also, you're full.
Yeah.
It feels like they didn't actually expect an analog stick to be used for your main controls.
It's interesting.
Because it's like you're sliding here and you're toning, and then suddenly you go into that tone. It's like you've got a slight degree of analog movement, and then suddenly you snap if you go too far into standing and toning.
Is that a weird door at the end or is this a dead end?
I think it's a weird door at the end. I'm trying to figure out what exactly they're doing because it's such a strange.
Previously, the exit signs had like a...
Oh, I think it's up above.
Also, are you at the 45-degree angle camera?
What is the 45-degree angle camera? Which one is
Oh, okay. Apparently not. One thing that I don't get is what causes her to shoot from her left hand instead of her right hand. Because that actually makes a really big difference to,
I don't think I've seen her shoot from her.
she's shooting from her left hand right now?
No, I
Yeah.
think so.
I think it's just random. I think it's like she
Because, like,
alternates.
when you're doing cover... Oh, okay. Because when you're doing cover shooting, it actually makes a really big deal.
If you basically pause for a moment. Okay, so is there an exit here?
In one of the previous rooms, the exit was the one with the red light.
I mean, I think it might just be a dead end.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, oh, okay.
that was weird.
Exit through the gift shop. And yeah, I think you are getting graded on
I think
your
it was
time.
just the dead end.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Oh, remember there's that long room that has 2 exits?
Yeah.
I think you just have to... Because, like, your objective is kill all the enemies.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it's 21 rooms, but, like, that's 2 gimmies
This is
in a
actually a
row.
different
Yeah.
area.
Yeah.
I had assumed because it had these sort of room results that it was linear. Like there was just like
No,
this series
yeah,
of
we...
rooms. It
It
wasn't
might be
actually a big
linear. I'm not
map.
sure if it would have let you take the right port first.
No, we did.
Yeah.
You did. Okay. You have to destroy all the enemies in that room before you can go on.
Just great.
Good luck. Oh wow, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that entire area was... I wonder if that entire area is optional.
Well, hopefully it'll mean we can upgrade our suit.
Yeah, because you just collected like several rooms worth of things. that's also, I think this is also kind of tying into the idea they want you to play this a bunch of times. They want you to figure out, oh, if I do this room really, but like, if you're exploring, it won't help you at all because you'll be so busy.
Yeah,
Better
I think
than
that's what you're
toning.
supposed to do.
If you're exploring, you'll be like taking so much time that you won't get very much bonus and you won't get the advantage of having cleared the room. Like, and I think if you've memorized where the upgrade points are,
Oh my god, was that the exit that we almost made?
if you've memorized where these are, then you know when you can, like, just completely blow out your,
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that that is an option to do that thing. Especially because it's kind of awkward to do.
that was like a weird curvy room, so you probably could've, that sucks.
Could I? Well, actually, I'm now curious whether I could run around that in a natural way. Okay, yeah, it's within the range of curve movements. It is somewhat within the
Somewhat.
range of curve movements.
The points where this game feels the best are the points where it feels like the rooms were designed around her weird motion.
Ah, caught on the edge.
Yeah, it does kind of seem like the camera has this weird, like, over-the-shoulder property.
It's like there's no lag on it. It's like completely attached to her. It's very strange feeling.
So I believe those are the,
Oh god.
oh.
So yeah,
Ah.
oh. So the screen went completely black for us. It's as soon as it gets a really bright white light.
Yeah. It is just
Oh,
murdering
man.
whatever we're using for...
Yeah, it's either murdering the Elgato, probably the Elgato, because everything else is simpler than the Elgato in our chain.
Yeah, so those are the one-hit kill machines from outside. I think this would be a good time to use...
Yeah, no, I
from
just
the-
tried to.
Ah, okay. That's fair. Oh!
Oh, they don't go through.
Duck!
They don't go through things.
No.
By duck, you meant jump, right?
I mean, I understand how you can get the two mixed up, but...
That's a bit frustrating.
Yeah. Is there an auto gain control you can turn off, someone asks.
An auto.
Miguel.
For the TV or for the Elgato?
I'm not sure.
It might literally be a signal thing. Did you just roll?
Yeah, she rolls if you're
Oh,
crouching.
wow. I wonder if you could just clear this and... Oof. Sorry, we... Oh, wow. Did the main lose it too?
I think we...
Oh,
Okay. I wonder if you could just clear this entire room by doing the super twice.
yeah. I need to hop out.
Yeah, but you
So I
can
need to
you
wait
can do
till-
something like jump out, super, jump back, duck.
Yeah.
Standing in the spotlight.
Oh, it doesn't actually. Knocked back into health.
think you could probably abstain on that one.
Whoever talked about auto gain, if you could explain what that is, maybe we have a setting for that.
I like how like you're just running through this pile of like robot debris.
Yeah, hit A.
The doors are
Auto-gain
so
control.
weird. I've transported an energy pod to areas where there aren't any enemies. You can replenish whatever you need there.
The red circle, right? Thanks.
Oh, yeah, the red circle. What? Oh.
Oh, you buy continues?
Oh, that's brutal.
Oh.
You can't afford any of these. What's the gullowing?
It's unacquired.
Can you buy it from one of the other things in the shop?
How many? Oh,
There's
we
a
can
discount.
basically buy a
What are the
single
other things?
continue.
Okay, they're suits.
Harrier and Falcon.
Oh, there's a setting
Oh, they have different.
automatic.
Yeah, I guess some have automatic fire. So Prima Guardian. And each suit has a different combo for its power up. Oh yeah, there's a lot of suits.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Yeah. They really expect you to go back, redo that level to get more points.
Yeah.
Sure.
Also, something I'm not sure about is whether your something I'm not sure about is whether your unlocked suits carry over from game to game, which would be a little annoying if it were to, but
If they do or if they don't.
I don't know either way.
Wait, was there a save spot there or anything? Like, was the other red swirly thing a save spot?
What was the red scroll again? Oh, so you can just go back. That's interesting.
Oh, okay, huh.
What does that do?
Was there, in the red
It's a
spot,
continue.
Okay.
Ah,
Was there a red thing for us to save in that option thing at all? Change suit power.
this is mean.
When do we save? Huh, whatever is there.
Yeah, it's every time you leave
Whenever
the
the
red
screen's too
circle,
bright.
it
Yeah.
has trouble.
It's possible that it's doing dynamic resolution stuff and switching down to a lower resolution than the TV can handle.
Okay. The game allows you to, the walkthrough says, the game allows you to select between easy and normal difficulty to start. In order to unlock all the extras, it is recommended to start with easy difficulty and only start with normal after that. The reason is the suits earned on one difficulty can be reused on the next. So finishing normal with the suit that you have powered up on easy gets much easier.
Okay, yeah, I was
Okay.
wondering if it was...
So that still doesn't say if you ever get to save.
I
We've
remember.
seen a save slot, like
okay,
a
great.
load.
I have
so.
saved. I
Yeah.
have no idea what happened or when, but I remember.
Do you want to look up how we save?
I think it's actually at the end of room 21.
Yeah, that would make sense. Like, this hasn't taken us that long.
Playing on normal took a really long time, but easy has been very quick.
Yeah.
And you did manage to renew all of your continues, even if it was by giving
No,
up
we're
all
still
the
down
points.
one. Wait, shit, which is that coming from?
I think also it helps to have made maps or get them from online somewhere.
feels like this game is weirdly split between trying to be two different things. Like one thing is like a linear arcade game, and the other thing is trying to be like a traditional, for the time, third-person action game.
Can I roll into here? Nope.
I don't know.
I'm not saying it is that.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's between
Well,
those two things.
yeah, I
It's
mean,
not really an
One
arcade
thing is,
game.
I don't know how traditional. It's definitely trying to do something different. I don't actually know how traditional and like what a traditional third-person action game would look like at this point, because this was 2003.
Yeah.
There was some stuff along those
Oh,
lines. Fuck. Jesus.
Oh, there was already like already had the whole PS1 era of doing that. type of
Okay,
game.
yeah, that's fair. It does feel, it feels weirdly PS1-like, so that was like a little bit of a problem that like, they're like, oh, here's the new futuristic like GameCube game that will make you want to not use a PS2, and here's this extremely PS1 gameplay.
Well, the camera in particular
Yeah.
feels.
PS2 cameras were also really bad. This was not, that was not the era where it was solid.
They weren't often this bad, though.
I think you might be, remembering things as being better than.
We'll have to play a PS2 game next.
Yeah, I'm now thinking like,
Shit, that going.
what do I
that
have
going-
that's comparable? I think it's the camera linked with the weird movement, like the fact that it has
Yeah.
this weird thing where there's a bit of analog movement, and if you go out of that zone, suddenly you're standing still.
I really hate how you literally don't know what a door is.
Yeah, it's a
Like,
little
that feels like a they ran out of time sort of thing.
Yeah, this is the thing. PS2 is a long period, so early PS2.
Why does it? Why did it unpause?
You probably were paused. You can't remember this lag on the display on the TV,
Maybe
the computer.
I might be getting confused.
But yeah, no, PS2 era is actually a really long era.
That's
so
true.
early on, there's some really sloppy camera stuff, and later
Okay,
on.
continue.
That's nice. So I guess we haven't actually used yet that continue we bought. Although that isn't to say we
Oh
won't.
fuck.
Probably when we reach this guy.
Oh, that's interesting. It looked like you interrupted because you moved over.
Yeah,
It
probably.
closed and reopened. Oh, that slow tone.
I don't,
Is there an option in the options to make the tone faster?
I'm sure there isn't.
Yeah, no, it's still. Oh,
No, it's not very different.
yeah.
Wait, what are the left side, step right? Oh, yeah, I don't know if that's better. Yeah. Yeah, I don't feel like I would actually like that better.
Someone says
Did I
tremendous.
come through here?
Someone says tremendous amount of map reuse. One question to ask is how much of this game is like, what can we salvage out of the assets of a of an RTS, so that we can satisfy our contractual requirement with Nintendo to release a certain number of. Oh, the music stopped for Room 21. That's not ominous.
Oh, this seems.
Oh, well,
no
this seems
problems
fine.
here. Yeah, this is good.
If you do a sidestep while locked on, does it do a strafe or does it?
You just do your flips.
Sonnenbloom, you can't destroy it with your current gear. You'd better come back for now.
Oh, interesting.
Sure, but you underestimate me.
No animation of it happening, just
It's trial
trial
missions.
missions.
Oh yeah, I was. You were saying they were talking about the things being very samey, and part of that I think is that the trial missions are randomly generated using map tiles.
Oh wow.
Huh.
Did you get paid?
Okay, yeah, now we've got more
you
points.
can buy automatic. Oh, no, you can't on this suit. You have to use one of the other suits.
Oh, I see. The grays are how much you can upgrade it?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. What's barrier?
I'm guessing that means how much shielding do you have?
Let's increase palm shot power, right?
What I might consider doing is...
We're good for continues.
What I might consider doing is powering up until the next... just powering through until the next whatever, and then buying one of these two. Because I remember the other suits being pretty good. I don't remember what their powers
Treatment
are.
Guardian will give us an
Special
automatic. Yeah.
defense, its high energy potential makes it weak offense.
This sounds like a bad idea. This sounds like it could be. Oh wait, it's the same barrier. It just has more barrier potential though.
Oh.
Yeah, like that's not actually any worse than what we're at right now.
They don't want you to play this twice. They want you to play it like 5 times and just repeatedly, or maybe just spend hours grinding in the trial missions.
Okay, what's our play here?
My vote
I think
is...
we should upgrade this suit for now.
Sure, but what are we upgrading? Are we upgrading the barrier or upgrading the palm shot? I'm inclined to say damage is better, but
I think damage is better now that we're
I'm
playing
gonna-
on easy.
I'm just going to say what I would do is I would just try to get to the next shop, buy the Guardian, and then start grinding the Guardian. Because how...
okay, yeah,
Because
sure.
how far can the how high can you upgrade the Guardian?
yeah.
Can you upgrade the Guardian to be better than this?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. That's my vote.
It doesn't have a better palm shot, but it does have better but it does have automatic. So yeah, okay, let's do
And it
that.
has something called the Griffin.
Each
Let's
of
try a
them,
trial mission. Okay.
15.
Yeah, so different number.
Does it give you bonuses in this mode? No damage clear is a big bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you see us cussing, just assume.
That we suddenly cannot see the screen
Yeah.
because it's sent
That's
some
what
sort
the
of signal
sudden
to the
pauses
TV
are about.
that it can't handle.
So the funny thing here is it's 15 rooms. That actually sounds better as like a level 1 than... Oh, wow. Max combo 8.
Yeah, there were a lot of enemies in there, and okay, no, that is. I'm very confused by what is a door and what is not a door.
Yeah, I don't remember it ever getting clearer. Which is especially great because like you're graded on how quickly you can get to the exit, but it's not clear what the exits are.
Well, that's really not many points.
You get a lot of points for no damage clear though.
Oh, okay.
You're an amateur.
For
Oh, 7 of 15. So yeah, since you didn't do all the rooms.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But that does allow us to grind.
Oh, hey,
Oh.
yeah, why don't we just do that once more and like...
Yeah.
Can I have a go?
Yeah, sure.
Honestly, not only is this actually looks more fun than
This is what I mean by like it feels like the design
Yeah.
is in this weird like halfway point between a really interesting, sort of more modern arcade.
Wait, shit, we should have
game.
saved.
Oh,
So I
did
think
try
there is a
that.
thing where just like, it's hard to like have an intro to a game. It's
It
just
is.
like, often, especially when it's something weird and there's nothing like it, it's hard to introduce all the concepts while also like convincing you that it's not going to be super easy. And I really do appreciate that when you start this game, you do not think this is going to be too easy. Like,
But
this is something
also,
that
like-
I've really struggled with in my
yeah.
tutorials, is like trying to convince the player that
yeah.
I'm
no.
only taking it easy on you because I want you to learn.
But
It's
one
not
thing
the
that
difficulty that I'm thinking about. It's the fact that there's design elements that feel like they're really well suited to an arcade game, and design elements that feel like they're
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
well suited to a like
Well, that's what I mean. I think it's
character
like,
action game from the time.
I feel like I don't know.
I think I'm just saying that this is like a challenging thing to
Oh,
get
yeah.
right, and
I'm
I'm not surprised that they didn't nail it.
I don't know what the ideal way to do this is. But what I do feel like is that like they hit something like a local pessimum. Because the first area is long. It's like it's interesting, but every time you do it, you have that first room which is basically punishment.
I bet that first room is left over from the first 5 days when it was a
Yeah.
reward game.
It's really possible.
Well, like, your kit isn't designed to hit those enemies.
Yeah. Well,
Like, never mind that, like, you can't, like, your movement doesn't help you get over those hills. There are enemies there that you actually cannot hit normally.
so like imagine if
I think it might be they're just so good at their own game they didn't realize that this might be difficult.
that's plausible. So
Yeah.
imagine if this were hacked to. Imagine like a hacked version of this game. That one, you have a turn right button. You like you just have buttons for turn right, turn left.
Just
Yeah,
go
keep
for it.
it-
You got 90,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Clear
I was
all-
gonna clear some of the other rooms so we get a higher amount.
Yeah, clearing all the rooms just to see unlock mode. Well, I don't know if you immediately get challenge 2 if you can do
Okay,
this
we'll
one.
just.
Huh? It's weird.
So one of the things I think doesn't work in this is having any sort of actual level design when the rooms are these discrete things.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Does nothing for it. Like
Yeah.
it makes it feel more like again like a character action game.
I mean, if
But
it,
it doesn't actually help it as what it's actually, I think, what's interesting and
Yeah.
good about it, which is the idea of it being this sort of like modern take on a classic arcade game.
Yeah. Now, one thing is, I think that if they had
Yes, absolutely.
if they had,
Hooray!
oh,
We accomplished something.
so 22 minutes, but we're actually well
Like-
over an hour into the stream because we had to die so many times to get here.
Yeah.
What's next?
Destroy the energy reactor within the enemy compound.
Oh, I thought I was supposed to destroy that draft-looking hunk of junk.
If we destroy their energy source first, it will make our job a lot easier later on, especially for you.
I'd rather take them out one by one, sort of like knocking down dominoes, you know? It's much less stressful that way.
Let's just do it. Also, watch out for the laser traps.
Don't worry, I prefer
Wait.
to stay in one piece too.
I feel
No,
like I
that's
think
not
that-
the name of my band.
No, I was just like knocking down dominoes. The whole thing is you aren't taking them out one by one.
Let's not worry about it.
New song.
New song.
Okay, cool.
Oh, we're getting some.
Oh,
fun
yeah.
bass.
Yeah!
Not enough drum and bass in games.
Never enough drum and bass.
Just gonna turn
Yeah,
the
this-
subwoofer off or on.
The last level was like 21 rooms. This level one is 11. So like imagine if you had a 90-degree turn button. Imagine if you had a
Shit, I should have been...
imagine if you got to save after the dirt room, and imagine if the first area was 5 or 10 levels.
Oh,
so
right.
that
Different special attack.
And no maze. Like,
Up,
don't
down,
make.
A.
don't make the first level a maze. Like, I feel like it would have worked if it was something like,
Oh.
Oh, if it does that every time, we're gonna have a problem.
wow.
Oh, fuck, it didn't even do that much damage.
We don't even know what we did.
Nope, every time!
No! We have made a most unwise purchase.
The Elgato cannot handle that.
Okay, we can try something quick. If people keep it paused,
Okay.
we're going to reroute this using a HDMI adapter for
Okay.
the Wii.
Yeah, because this is a real problem.
So
If
we're
this-
not going to turn off the screen, but it might go.
Yeah, things might go a
weird
little
for
bit
minute.
funny while I'm.
Please bear with us. Wow, I can't believe we just
Get a
found
view
new and
of the rest of
exciting
my living
technical
room.
problems to have.
I'm amazing, like, your special attack is so powerful, it destroys...
Parrish, can you
Space-time
grab
itself.
a longer HDMI cable from?
I really
Longer.
need to work on, like, my super villainous voice for the, for like, the speech segments, because, like, try not to walk into the lasers.
That'll do.
Please no Wazer.
Yeah, that was a good super villainous line. Yeah, Parrish is just sort of off to the left.
He is
Watching
doing
over us.
Got a
tech
big...
stuff.
He looks pretty comfy over there, actually. He's giving us a thumbs
It
up.
is.
Yeah, Parrish, with watching this, what are your thoughts? Watching it.
I agree with most of the things. I've been reading a bit of the Capcom fan wiki about it. I was impressed that they changed direction from a war game after 5 days of development.
Wait,
Just enough time to build that first room.
so when you said 5...
That's an incredible 5 days.
When
Yeah.
you said 5 days, that wasn't a joke.
Nope.
Okay, that
At
explains
least
a lot.
That's the claim. The claim is that they spent 5 days building a prototype for a different game.
And then 5
But-
more days to finish the entire rest of the game.
But it does sound like there are many other things that make it sound pretty rushed. Like apparently there were going to be different guns, or at least a
Oh, wow.
gun, and they were having trouble modeling.
Amazing.
And
I mean, I
swapping
love-
those out,
I
they
love
were
the
just like,
shooting.
Yeah, no,
"Just
it's
shoot
way
out of
better.
hand."
Just
Yeah.
shooting it from your palm is like, that's really good.
Okay, that goes there. And
But I think it said that he also said that there were a bunch of things he wanted
HDMI.
to put in that ended up going in Vanquish because they ran
that's
out of time to
interesting.
put them in here.
So
I'm
Miguel
very
say-
curious to see Vanquish because it is sort of a second attack at some of
Yeah.
the
I'm
ideas
curious to
of
see
this.
Vanquish, and also I've never actually played God Hand, which I understand is a mistake.
A lot of people tell me I should play God Hand.
I've wanted to play it for a long time.
People will not stop
okay.
talking about God Hand.
So I am not good at a lot of video games, but I nearly 100%ed. I nearly 100%ed Beautiful Joe.
Wow.
Like, I believe I made a mistake, which was that I tried to do Dante mode and very hard mode at the same time. Dante mode is physically difficult because it involves the Z button. Nintendo's second greatest mistake.
Is this?
It's not that bad.
Yeah. Okay.
All right,
You-
well,
you-
let's find out.
You only say that because you have not played Beautiful Joe on Dante mode.
Yes! Okay, we didn't lose it. Also, it's not a very good ability.
Yeah. I forget why, but I remember really, really liking the glass cannon shoot, the one that's like
Like, it might still be good as a...
high offense, low defense. I think what's good about that one is that it's not a one-hit kill, but you can like blow off several at once. Like, I think it might actually take up less energy, but I don't remember if that's right. Also, was that an area of effect spell? I don't know why I just said spell.
It's a spell. She's a spellcaster.
Sure.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, the first one, like, could hit multiple enemies. Although it was very weird about it.
See, if I were doing that, I would have like done that last bit as like to jump just to shave off that 1 second. This game wants you to think like a speedrunner.
Oh yeah, let's try. Oh, okay, I might just need to be closer.
It's area of effect, but
Yeah.
close.
Well, that's nice that it switches it up from trying to be behind cover to trying to get in the middle of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do like a series of dodges to get up close, and then pull that off.
Oh,
Oh.
shit, they can break them. Oh no! Shit. No, target him. I can only...
This seems like a better size of room for the
Yeah.
combat
Yeah.
than what we had in the, like, the corridors are a little too tight because the camera isn't good enough. But this has like,
I mean, I think the
Enough
tightness was
space.
trying to ease you into it and it didn't quite work.
yeah.
So notice this is immediately like faster and like cleaner. Like you're moving a lot better in the second area than in the first one.
There's less stuff to get caught
Automatic. Oh.
We can't afford it yet.
on.
Yeah.
And also, like, all of the curves now are wide enough
Yeah.
that you can do it without snapping into that spot where you stop.
It's
with the
also-
analog
Oh
stick.
shit, I should have rolled.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good. It's also just plain, it's better when there's more going on. Like, trying to just blast one robot in a corridor in front of you is not very interesting. This room has more than one thing happening in it.
No, 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 please, please. I need to target this guy.
There is a switch target button. I can't remember
Yep,
which one
it's
it
just
is.
hard to...
Yeah,
I just
no.
wish it had done it automatically.
Yeah,
X.
this is something I sort of remembered but wasn't really sure how to notice. Everything is so much faster now that you're in, like, Area 2. Like, the game just speeds way up after you're through that, like, first weird area.
Oh, should have used the quick turn.
So the thing about the branches, like, I think what they might have been going for is a sort of a metal slug thing. But it's so unclear what's happening.
It's more just like they're trying to compete with what people expected from a character action game at that time, which is that you'd have some non-linearness to the levels, and some
Oh, how
exploration.
do you dodge those?
I feel like it wouldn't be so bad if you just had, like, a map.
I think that the discrete rooms with a screen in between.
Actually, I remember seeing maps at the time, and I remember the maps being drawn as just, like, graphs. Just, like, a
Yeah.
fork with two branches.
No, it's like I don't think the game is good at exploration, so why
No.
make
Yeah.
Well, I feel
have
like
an element of
It definitely doesn't
exploration?
feel
what's
like-
what exploration is not interesting. What's interesting to me is there are two branches. If you go left, you get an extra room, and therefore more points. If you go right, it's easier. But there is nothing to tell you that.
Right.
Unless
and
you've
it's
played
not
it 3
capable of
times.
conveying that.
Yeah. Like, imagine if there was, like, a map that was slowly being built out in these in-between segments.
Well, there's like a simple way they could have done that, which is like, couldn't she do a little like extra thing at the end there?
I think she just loses her balance.
They could have done a thing where it's like if you see a red door, red doors will be optional and harder.
Yep, that would be a good way.
And then
That
go
might
and
actually
do
be what
that.
they did. But they didn't communicate
Huh.
that.
No, they didn't do a red door. Is what I'm saying. Like they may have that built into the structure
Well,
of their map.
Okay, so here's the thing. The exits had colors over them.
I guess we can start paying attention to the exit colors and see if we can see a pattern.
There was a red light that has only appeared in several. Oh, you could take out a bunch with that.
Oh,
Because
no.
You have to be real close.
the
Yeah.
Aegis suit, what is the word Aegis? That people love to put that in science fiction, and I don't even know what it means.
Great question.
What is an Aegis? What is a creche? Science fiction authors love creches.
It's a cradle.
Yeah.
It's like It seems like okay, Christine, you are a professional science fiction author. Is there some like secret society they induct you into where they tell you that a creche is like a communal kindergarten for like children that are not being raised by their biological parents?
I don't read science fiction that uses the word creche,
Okay.
or precursor, or ancient, or... I could keep going.
Yeah,
I could keep going for a while.
You've read enough of something to have an opinion about the word copse.
Oh man, people in fantasy novels fucking love approaching the cops. Which apparently is a small grouping of trees. I don't even understand where you'd find such a thing, but never mind that.
Okay, according to... There's an energy field that surrounds the energy reactor. Sounds logical.
That's where I'd expect to find that.
Shoot the core when there's an opening in the energy field.
Roger.
Alright, I'm trying to get my supervillain accent down.
I wish she was sassier.
I feel like they're going for banter, and the banter, like... I want these two to have, like, a... Oh. There's the energy field. Oh, wow, this would be great with the Aegis suit's power up.
I like that force field effect. It's neat.
Yeah, that's a very...
Also, those beams of light, like they're just like good color.
Yeah, those are some good beams.
The GameCube had like a really weird thing that was kind of like proto pixel shaders. And it was really good for like strange texture effects like that.
Aegis is Athena or Zeus's goatskin shield, which is like has divine properties.
Good job. Maybe I should
Sorts of
hire you
goats.
privately.
Enough jokes already.
Was that a joke? What was the joke?
Yeah, the banter is not landing.
Like, you want them to have banter.
Yeah. Okay, we're so close to having automatic.
Do we have any,
Should we do a
I think let's do a...
I wonder if, like, all of the levels are gonna be...
Can I do the trial mission?
Yeah?
Well, it's not risky.
Don't tell us about the twist. No hints. I want to be completely unsurprised when I watch it on YouTube later.
Okay, trial missions.
I feel
Can you
like...
do level 2?
What are we missing?
It wouldn't let me.
Okay.
I wonder if you have to get all the rooms? I'm gonna be honest, like, this is really making me want to just sit down and spend 3 weekends just playing the whole thing.
Oh, we're back to trance now.
Well, we're back in level 1.
Yep.
So, yeah, I wonder what we have to do to be able to,
So I believe that this...
Well, there is like the,
I believe
there's
this
probably just a
suit
room
is...
with a turn.
I believe this suit is what you call Bondi Blue.
She's an iMac.
Yeah. So, Christine,
If
what
you're
would-
gonna ask me about my wallpaper in 2003, I'm gonna plead the fifth.
Okay, you revealed something I didn't even know to ask about. Now I'm really curious. Because, like, I've seen...
Okay, so it is new rooms.
I've seen the pictures hang on the wall in your room. So if you're not ashamed of that...
Okay,
then
hang
what-
on. That's a Fourth Amendment issue.
It took me a moment to remember if that was quartering of troops.
oh, that wasn't jump. Oh wait, I could have just jumped over both of those. Forgot how high the jump is.
It's very high.
Oh great, this.
Yeah, so you can't hit them with a special attack.
Oh great, wonderful.
I
Love
mean,
it.
unless you get up in their business.
Which, if you did, that would be amazing.
Yeah, the edges of those.
I
are
guess the
real
question
good.
is,
That's good.
do you lose a continue when you're in here?
That's a good question. It might just be
I
no
don't think you
continue.
do. I think this is just.
Oh, these guys are going down
It doesn't
quick.
seem like that would be the fair thing to do, but nothing about this game has been fair, so it's really hard to say.
So I'm trying to remember why I like the pink suit. I think the reason I like the pink suit is that it has an attack that it doesn't cost much and also is really simple to input. So you could just like blast it off multiple times instead of like having to ration it. Like it's less powerful than the Aegis suit one, but like you can do a bunch of it.
Also the strawberry iMac.
Oh, was there a strawberry AMAC? Okay.
There was. There were 5 colors. And then
Our school only had the blue one.
And then like at the very end, there were like the ones with like the textures on them, sorta.
Yeah.
Could you get like a leopard print AMAC?
Yes.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you could.
I think so. There was one that was
Wow.
like just flowers. It was amazing.
Why can't I get a leopard print iPhone?
It's a great question.
Because they no longer believe in.
Yeah,
fun
see
designs.
different.
Okay.
two different
Maybe
doors.
now that Johnny Ive has left the company,
3 different doors. See, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
what
like,
was the
which
door you
one
came in
do you
from
want?
though?
Yeah.
So imagine like an incredibly minimal map that was just like room, like box line, box line, box line, and didn't say anything else. Like, I think that would actually help a lot, even if it was only rooms you've been to.
It would, but I think just actually having a colored door system.
The
so
color
that
door
it's just
system would be
like a-
great. I'm actually not convinced that there isn't a color door system.
I think each of those doors was different, just so that you wouldn't get confused.
Yeah.
If you're in that room, it wasn't there was no meaning attached to those doors.
I'm like imagining like a ROM hack that just fixes this game. I want the world to understand it.
I mean, you've been playing a GameCube ROM hack, so
I have been playing a GameCube ROM hack. It's been great. Speaking of which,
How do I do my?
up, down, A. It's different. I don't know why. It probably shouldn't be. Doesn't seem like a great idea, honestly.
I think
I
maybe
thought
they
I
have,
did up down A, but I must have got the timing off.
I feel like they had this idea of, oh wow, wouldn't it be cool if you had like inputs like a fighting game and they didn't know why
But
that
they're
was
not
cool.
fighting game-like inputs.
Yeah.
Well, the up, down, and button is.
Jeez, was that like a
fighting
one-hit
game.
kill?
Not like good fighting game. That's like a...
Tekken. It's like Tekken.
We're not saying.
Does
good
Tekken
fight-
have inputs like that?
I believe so.
I have not been playing
Um,
Tekken, which I know I should, but I have trouble following it, to be honest.
But no, the thing like is at this time that type of combo stuff was even in like Twisted Metal.
Wait, really?
Twisted Metal has a whole bunch of secret moves for each enemy that you input using the D-pad.
Huh.
Do we need to do a Twisted Metal
I'd prefer not to.
PS2 stream?
I don't feel like...
You know that there's a clown that is also a ice cream character.
Damn! That's
And
so
it's evil.
twisted!
And
It's
they play
extremely
new
twisted.
metal. Chat says
Only if you turn the sound on. Only if you turn the sound on.
Chat says that suits can have multiple attacks, so the different inputs let you choose which attack to choose at the moment.
By the way,
Shadow has
Miguel, you're
three-
nearly dead.
Oh,
The Shadow
okay.
has 3 different specials.
Unless they have 4, they could have just mapped each of them to a button.
Yeah.
I guess that's... Yeah, they could have just... A Nintendo game definitely would have done that.
I don't know how many rooms I've cleared.
9 of 15. Like, this... I feel like this area is, like, kind of a little bit, like emblematic of, like, the entire problem with this game, which is that, like, there's clearly some kind of structure to, like, how do you unlock
Oh.
Section 2?
Okay.
Oh, man.
Okay,
We
so
still
it
got a bunch of
doesn't... You
points,
don't lose
yeah.
your...
I
And we
you
still
can
get the points.
I think you can afford the,
That's a lot more forgiving than, I guess that's interesting. It's just... The first gate seems really hard.
The
but,
first
like,
gate is absurd, and I think, I mean,
Yeah, give me
it
that
seems
automatic.
really likely that a huge part of why this game didn't catch on with anyone except like a tiny, tiny few is if you got past the first area, you liked it. Almost no one did. Because you're like 3 rooms in, and there is no reason to believe that anything interesting is happening here. This is your next target.
Mr. Giraffe.
Wait, that's actually...
I think you can handle it this time.
I can see you're not very good at motivation. I'm gonna need a big fat bonus for this one, you know.
I'm counting on you.
Yeah, it's like
Okay,
almost
Mr.
there.
Giraffe was the first joke that
Mr.
landed.
Giraffe was good. It's totally the Solid Snake Metal Gear Solid
yeah.
2 uncloaking. Which is also like a callback to Terminator.
How's it going?
It could be better if you didn't keep interrupting me all the time with your damn transmissions.
Alrighty, then we'll do without a briefing this time.
You sure can be a pain sometimes.
Come on now, just setting an innocent girl like yourself into battle sounds like something a nice woman would do.
You do have a point.
The mushroom-shaped floater enemy is capable of scanning your combat data and sending it to other enemy units.
So I should get rid of them first.
You catch on quick. Talk to you later. Like, imagine how good this would be if that was actually sassy banter.
The weird thing about this game is it makes me stop believing that sassy banter exists. I can't even imagine what the version of it that is sassy. I'm just, oh, sassy banter's a mistake. It doesn't work.
So, I don't remember where it happened. I might actually remember the specific room where it happened, but the thing that just made this game completely click for me. It's kind of funny.
No.
So this was like 2003, right? This was when rhythm games were kind of like still sort of like
New in the U.S.
new in the US, and like people were still not completely sure what a rhythm game was. It still felt like a new idea, at least in the US. And they hadn't like the format was a little bit less locked down. And like the thing
Real hurt.
the thing that like always made me sad about rhythm games was it always felt like it was just memorize the track or watch what's happening. I felt like if a rhythm game was an actual like performance to a piece of music, I ought to be able to guess what it wanted me to do, right? I have to be able to just listen to the music, hear the pattern of the music, and go, I know what button to press at what moment, even without looking at the screen. And that has basically never happened to me in a rhythm game, like, ever. In this game, there was one room where I came in, and I knew which buttons to press before I even, like, saw what was happening. There were, like...
No! That was exactly the one I didn't want.
Oh.
I, like, managed to hit exactly...
Okay, I should be using that special more then.
Yeah. I, like, came in the room, and it just had this groove of, like, bang, 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 shoot, bang, 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 shoot. And at a certain point, there were 3 enemies that warped in, and I knew they were going to appear.
Yeah, she's wobbly afterwards.
I was, like, inputting the button presses to attack these 3 enemies before they warped in. And it was just so smooth. It was like I had ESP with this video game for 10 seconds.
Oh shit.
You
Dead,
could have
yeah.
passed turn.
Was that friendly fire?
No, that was the thing behind blowing up.
Oh.
Um,
For that
Your
one,
inputs aren't in time to the music, it's just the animation.
Yeah. But for that
But it feels good.
But for that one moment, it was like, I just got what I wanted out of a rhythm game, and there isn't even music happening. Like, nothing is synced to the music. It's just like...
Yeah.
I feel like Rez, like, is the game that sort of does what you're talking about, where, like...
People describe it that way.
Oh, it's random. Fuck.
I enjoyed Rez, but I don't know if I really understood it. I was just, like, button mashing all the way through that.
It's not super complex. It's mostly about like holds versus taps. But the way that like the enemies are set up and the track is set up, there are times where you're like supposed to hold and select
No,
everything
not
to the
close
music.
enough.
Brutal. What's that?
To continue.
Oh, sorry. Have you
Like no
played-
matter what you do in Rez, it will sync to the music. But there was also things where like
Yeah.
it sets up an enemy pattern
It's
that
interesting.
will let you do a nice like drum roll type
interesting.
thing.
I don't know, I was working on a game a while ago that I kind of had on the idea that it was going to be a rhythm game where it just kind of eventually just turned the lights off. And you were meant to like have picked up enough of the audio cues by then that you didn't need to look at the screen anymore. I wonder if there's any good rhythm games in the audio games community. There's actually like an entire like community of video games by and for deaf people.
The Buster Groove had a difficult mode where you could turn it off. It wouldn't make the screen go blank, but it would only show the characters dancing.
Oh wow.
Show you where they'd be inputs, so you just tend to memorize different
Wild.
Which means you also need to know like what
okay.
moves you could do out of a specific move that your character was doing. None of us ever got good enough to play it that way.
Jed and I did.
Oh, really?
Yeah. With a few specific characters at least, yeah.
This game has a lot of music in it.
I did not realize that.
Miguel, have you played Tetris Effect?
Yes.
Okay.
We've played it here together.
Ah. I've got like,
Well, I guess it doesn't connect all of us then.
I'm a little fuzzy about the middle part of this year. How do you feel about
Okay.
the musicality of Tetris Effect?
I really like it.
Yeah. Because what's interesting about that one to me is it's like, it's not necessarily like synced to the music in any way, but like, it's got that kind of idea of like movements in a piece of music that's like fast, slow, slow, fast, right? Like the...
It is syncing your move. The move of your pieces is synced to the music.
Yeah.
Huh. I just assumed that that was like,
That you were doing it?
I assumed that the pieces weren't synced, but that like the sound effects were like delayed by half a beat or something.
I think
Yeah.
that's how it is.
Yeah.
So like you may move your character, but they'll move the
Yeah. I just think about the
The
thing about
audio
like
effect will
each
be
level
delayed.
consists of like, here's a short fast section, here's a short slow section, here's a short fast section.
Oh.
Oh God.
Oh,
wow.
wow. Whatever it is, I don't like it.
I gotta say, I do love these Ghost in the Shell ass robots.
Oh yeah.
A lot of good tanks in this game.
Yeah. I guess that they designed a lot of robots
Huh.
on day one.
Yeah, it is very Ghost in the Shell, actually.
No, they're all.
Robots for Robot War, the game.
Was that the original title?
I think something very close to that, yeah.
I guess if they're only 5 days in, it was still the temp title.
The thing I read made it sound like that was the.
Oh, how do you... I really want to know what you do with those.
I love how
Guessing
powerless you
time
feel. When,
dodge.
I love how powerless you
Maybe,
feel.
but
when
I
you eat
haven't...
shit. What happens if you jump right then?
No!
Oh, God.
Oh.
They definitely like you got enough lead time on them, and it feels like there's something you're supposed to be able to do.
Yeah.
Have you noticed this thing where like in the first area you were like really poor for continues and now they're just showering you in them?
Yeah, they also randomly give you them.
Oh.
Chat is saying that Z should actually be 90 degrees for the single tap
I
and a
think-
double tap for.
I don't think that would work because you need to, like, there's multiple 90-degree directions. Yeah, I guess you could iframe through it.
Can you jump over them?
Looks like
Oh.
actually they have an arc, and you jumped forward, and that meant that they crashed behind you that time. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
wow.
wow.
That's
That's
neat.
wild.
That's good. I like that.
I feel like that's not like what I'd expect to be the solution to getting shot by missiles.
The front hatch is locked. You'll have to go through the hatch above you.
What's beyond the front hatch?
I'll save that one for later. Just do as I say, okay? I feel like whoever was doing the dialogue in this was either rushed or not a native English speaker, just because like the mechanics are really poor. There's been like misspellings, weird use of punctuation.
Oh, I really need some help.
I really like that thing with dodging into the missiles.
Yeah,
too.
no, that's really good. I
good.
really like that a lot.
So, Christine, what is your feminist opinion of the gays in this game?
Yes, I'm a gay.
I noticed. I actually hear people like complaining about the whole like Tomb Raider butt thing in this game, but like the thing is that like, okay, yeah, she was wearing. Jesus.
All
I
right,
think
so let's
Christine
just
responded.
Like the thing is like, yes, she is wearing tight pants, but like I feel like everything about the gays in this game is here's a hot woman who is completely uninterested in your presence. She is not paying attention to you. She is dancing for herself. So I think that she
Oh.
actually does different dances in every level.
I'm not sure if it's level or suit based. My guess has been that it's suit based, that there's slightly different animation.
I really like the poses.
Yeah, no, the voguing.
I do feel like it's frustrating that like the marketing for this game heavily revolved around just the sex appeal of the character, and that's it. Because
Is there marketing for this game?
I mean, like, look at their promo art.
Yeah.
Or, you know, the packaging.
So they like,
I don't think they had a lot of art, but I remember the ads for it.
the creators were like, we wanted to make someone, you know, live, feminine, beautiful, like a jaguar. And like, that all makes her sound like kind of like maybe like powerful, where it's like, really like, I don't think they knew what they were designing, right? Like this is, I don't know. I feel like Bayonetta.
I mean, she really does feel like iMac Girl. And I don't think I'm just saying that because
Yeah.
of this color scheme.
There's some stuff with like Bayonetta where like Bayonetta has like a bunch of people are like it is so sexed up, and a lot of people are like it feels like a lot of women are like it feels like a power fantasy to me. It feels like that's me and I'm sexy. This is just I don't know what they think they were doing.
I think they
Except that you can
wanted
see her
girl
underwear through her
dancing to
suit.
music.
Yeah.
This game feels very much like a game that was first a real-time strategy game for 5 days, and then a bunch of other things.
And like it's I don't know, it's weird. Like if you're just playing this, you don't think like this is like a couple of people laying down the ideas that are going to someday become like Bayonetta and basically every action game. It feels like a half-baked tech demo.
Not
And then when you
every.
keep-
I don't think there's a lot of like there's games you can definitely point to this being, but mostly. Yeah, I wouldn't say this is like pointing towards what every action game was going to be.
Not this. I feel like this is pointing towards Bayonetta, which was something different from this, and then Bayonetta. I don't know. I feel like
No, I think there's definitely like Bayonetta and
God of War.
what
were,
I've
like,
seen of Vanquish, but God of War and such, not at all. Like,
wow. Chat says I found a magazine ad. There's danger around every curve.
that was definitely ads. for that
God,
time.
they were just.
On the other hand, what exactly was the marketing supposed to focus on? I don't think. Can you imagine anyone in marketing understanding what this game was about? Like you said something earlier about the people who made
No,
this game.
I think
were-
it really is. Like, I understand why they focus on the character appeal, because, you know, that's what they focus on in the game. You know, the character is really well animated, but these environments are very, you know, sterile.
Yeah, they're very.
Which is fine. I think it works.
And the
Oh,
mechanics
man.
are very abstract stuff that's hard to market.
They're memorable, but they're like not memorable in like a really. They're not memorable in a way that stands out. It's like, oh, everything's like white plastic. Is this the only game you've ever played where everything was made of white plastic, right? Like Portal had this same thing, but you remember everything in Portal looking really stylized and. I wonder if you can get something
So
out
no,
of
that isn't her losing balance. That's her doing like a cool like
Yeah.
Okay.
I kicked their ass move.
I wonder if you can get something out of the fact that there's iframes on the special.
That's what I was banking on.
Ah.
I wasn't even.
But no, stuff like God of War is generally like, no matter what you do, you'll do something that looks cool and you'll do damage.
Interesting.
Like it's not at all technical in the
Interesting.
way this is. And it's very much about big cinematic moments and seamlessness, not like.
I
here's a
feel like
bunch of
there's more of a
discrete
lineage
rows.
between. I haven't played Bayonetta, but like the DMC games are very much about like
Yeah.
do something that looks cool.
This was DMC staff.
This is hard.
DMC though is also, at least the first one, is also very technical. Like it's not.
Oh yeah.
It's not button mashing, cool stuff happens
Yeah.
and you win. Here's what.
Stylish moves and powerful attacks for enhanced choreographed gameplay.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. All these things like revolve around, you know, the character movement rather than
Yeah.
even like anything about the because like mechanically, what's interesting about this game is the discrete movement and like the, you know, it's really hard to sell a game on. You have to like,
Nice.
yeah. Oh man, that felt good.
Also, did you see what she was doing during all that? Like every time that you stopped it, she would like pose it a different way, like at the edge of every. Like you're moving back and forth, and they like foresaw that and had her like doing weird little poses at the end. Like she was taking like different poses and then like doing that little yeah.
Oh, why isn't it targeting?
I wish they'd given her headphones.
Oh man,
That
yeah.
would've
Like,
been good.
imagine if the first thing that happens in the game is that she puts on her headphones and starts bobbing her head to the music.
I do wish they would play up the dancing more. Like, you
Yeah.
know, if she was like a character who was like very stoic, but she's got her own groove. Instead, they sort of have that, but it's not like, you know,
She definitely
supposed to be a
doesn't have,
character
like,
trait.
in a way, Ooh La La is also a character about voguing and dancing, but Ooh La La has
Ooh La
so
La
much
has a
more
lot of
character.
character.
Is that Space Channel 5?
Yep.
Yeah.
She's great.
Yeah, maybe we should do that.
Space Channel 5 is great.
I forget, was there something
What's
wrong with
Scalebound?
headphones? Yeah, I don't know Scalebound either. I was thinking of like Gum from Jet Grind Radio. The big like headphone cap.
So the problem with Space Channel 5 is that part 1 is all pre-rendered video and it's at a very low resolution, so it just looks, it doesn't actually look good on anything other than a TV.
Is the sequel named Space Channel 6?
No, it's Space Channel 5 Part 2,
Oh.
which... Oh, fuck! But yeah, they fixed that in Space Channel in Part 2, so...
Fawful says this game kind of feels like what if Space Channel 5, but you could just kind of walk around and do whatever.
The thing is, it has none of the like. It has the '60s minimalist design, but not the '60s groove.
Yeah.
It also does not have endless remixes of Mexican Flyer.
Huh, I don't know if I know that game, or that song.
It is the Space Channel 5 song.
Also, in
okay.
that version of the game, you would, instead of blowing them up, you would be converting them to your side, and they'd be dancing behind you in a giant party.
That would also be excellent.
So one thing about, like, the boom...
Oh, fuck!
The one thing with the boom in this game is it feels like, or this series, it feels much harder to keep up the,
Wait, shit, I should be using automatic. Oh! I could have been doing that the entire time.
It went to
Oh,
so much effort
we-
to get you
We
that.
got
Yeah.
it, and then we completely forgot.
Scalebound was an exclusive Xbox One exclusive from 2016. Does anyone know what Dark Phoenix was? Was Dark Phoenix anything?
Oh.
I think that there might be actually a moment where the light's on, but the damage isn't.
Space Channel 5 has Space Michael Jackson.
It
I
does.
try not to hold that against it.
It...
That is an unfortunate legacy of a lot of Sega games.
Yeah.
Also, why was there never Space Jackson 5?
Wait, that would also be bad.
It would also be bad.
Oh my god.
I'm mostly stating my preference on music produced by Michael
Legit.
Jackson. And his siblings.
Okay.
You can do it. So the save
You're
is...
putting a lot of faith in me and I don't know. Yeah, the save isn't actually that far back.
I feel like...
Oh!
Oh,
I feel like actually you might be able to do a thing of like, it's weird that you can save between levels, but your continues are associated with your save. So if like you got through an area, but you're like, they give you lots of saves, so it actually might make sense to like use a different save every level.
yeah, the stuff with replaying and saving, I was just last night reading up, reminding myself the Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter save system, which is an RPG which actually has a lot in common with this game's save system. And it's
Intriguing.
also Capcom from around the same time.
Huh.
So maybe that was something that just was being discussed in the office.
Probably especially given Resident Evil as well.
Yeah. I know that's part of where Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter got it.
Sorry.
Okay, so do I not want to buy anything, or are we just going right in?
How much
Just
money
go
do we
for
have?
it.
Yeah. Go
Okay.
for it. This is your next... Wait, we've seen this.
Yeah, just hit start. You can just hit start.
Oh yeah. I will explain more about the Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter one
Yeah.
when I'm not playing, because I realize I cannot explain. It's
Yeah, that
incredibly
might be.
complex.
Can I play a section after
Oh yeah.
this.
No.
Yeah.
Should actually get the
Start.
person who's played a bunch to.
I kind of just want to
Why the
unlock.
duck?
I want to unlock my suit. I want to unlock the pink suit. I want to remember why the pink suit was such a big deal to me.
Yeah, I don't know if that butt shot while you're crouching is very feminist and empowering.
Yeah,
To be
it's
honest.
like. It's
This
even
might be a
weirder
little-
looking from the side.
It's weird because like there's ways to like focus on a character's ass and have it be like. There are certain poses that are just so
How do I?
weird.
Whoa! What is happening to her?
That's the special enemy that I told you to focus on. Is that the quick
Sorry,
turn?
I'm just trying to. Oh, I can't quick
that the
tone.
quick turn?
I can't quick tone
Oh.
while crouching. I was hitting it.
So
Oh.
there's
Yeah, going back into this, it's suddenly. Oh God, these controls are just like. They're learnable, but they're not good.
I feel like I was used to it.
Yeah, no,
remember.
you got used to it. It's just
Remember
like-
auto fire. It's like, yeah, this is the comic book pose everyone makes fun of. This is the Escher girls pose. Like boobs and butt, and like it almost
Except
kind of
we're
makes
seeing
sense.
it from the angle that is the opposite. of-
Yeah.
It's true. It almost kind of makes sense because it's a dance.
I feel
move,
like
but
these weird poses work really well for this.
They
Like,
do, but also like
I feel like something I'd probably be
if
thinking
they'd
about
been
if
5% less, they would have looked more like a dance move and less like something that was scanned out of a porno mag.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest, like I don't dislike. I don't dislike it. I think it like I do think it looks good. I would consider like if I wanted to make this like more like have like more mass appeal,
Uh-huh.
you know, like lean into the dancer element rather than
Yeah.
you know, leaning into the sexy sci-fi element.
Yeah.
Like
no,
I do think they are pulling a lot from like you know, Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah.
So like imagine if instead of being inspired by Ghost in the Shell, this had been inspired by Dirty Pear. She would have been wearing like a leotard and had like giant hair.
Has there been any game that has the Dirty Pear aesthetic?
I don't. Yeah.
Unfortunately,
daydream-
we're basically past big hair anime by the time we got decent enough at 3D.
I daydream a lot about trying to do 3D rendering that looks like Sailor Moon. Like we've got cell shading, but like just that one era was just something different. Also, the era where like every single anime character had like pudgy goblin faces. Yeah, Fawful says the idea that she's dancing like this and the only things that can see her are a bunch of robots that are trying to kill her is such a weird concept that I kind of like it.
Yeah, no, that aspect.
Yeah,
is
no.
great.
Like when you're doing feminist media critique, a thing you talk about a lot is the gaze.
Oh,
Like it's not
dodged
that
in.
like bodies by themselves are sexualized, it's that like how the camera looks at the body is what makes it.
Yeah, and to be clear, like
This game has a
is-
weird gaze.
Those recent swaps of Revolver Ocelot and Catwoman.
Yeah.
Not Revolver Ocelot. That is a different body
I
swap.
wish
No, no, I
Batman
was
was
thinking
named
of
Revolver
different-
Ocelot.
different
yeah.
body swaps, yeah.
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay, Kitty Whippen says the client is supposed to be watching.
Oh.
The client being
Yeah.
a mysterious woman who says something weird about maybe I should hire you privately to do what exactly?
Do we know that it's a mysterious woman?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's weird because they don't clarify that until like level 3. Hey, is your combat?
Oh yeah, I keep on forgetting I've got auto.
Do you get more combat time the more combos you get? Because that was like 12 seconds for a combo.
Yeah, I think it builds up. That would make sense as a mechanic.
It's like once you have a combo, it's hard to lose it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was
Yeah!
or if it was how
Sorry.
difficult the enemy you just killed was.
Does my combo carry over into the next room? No.
I don't believe so.
I don't think it could because you're graded on max combo per room.
Yeah, hold. I can hold. Need to remember that I can hold.
You notice this like music is kind of like the first level music, but it's sort of like different.
It's not drum and bass, and I'm upset.
We need more drum and bass.
Yeah. No, I do feel like it's worth saying, and like I don't know, I don't want to make too much hay about this because like it is what it is, but like the gays in this, like this is unnecessary. It's not character driven. This is not about you know, this has a character. This is entirely for titillation.
Yeah.
And I think you do have to acknowledge that, and like you know, I think it's good at that, but also like as a result, you kind of do alienate people.
Yeah. It's like, it's not normatively sexy enough to sell itself on sex appeal, but it's also kind of like,
Well, I think they were
There's
trying.
something
I
that-
think they were
there's-
genuinely trying.
there's
that.
something that I really like about how much it almost seems to not care about you. Like, what I really like is
I
how
think
like
that's just part of that aesthetic, though. Like,
it is. I don't know. I don't think they intended this, or if they knew what they were doing. But what I do like about it is that like this combined with like the fact that you're controlling like the sort of the dances. There's like a performance element, right? Like you're being sexy because for some reason, being cool and sexy and doing a cool dance while you're killing robots. Is
this
like,
might be placing an intentionality that does not
I don't
exist
think
in the
it was
character design.
intentional.
I
don't
think
think it
a
was
character
in-
designer wanted to see a girl's butt.
I don't think it was intentional. Just I think that they somehow got there, or rather, I want to play the game that.
And like, this doesn't have like the level of camp that like say Bayonetta has.
Yeah. I want to play. So
This room's annoying.
I saw someone make this comment once about like objectification versus subjectification. That like, what is the difference between like the fantasy of getting to watch someone doing something versus the fantasy of getting to do something? Like, I want the game where this is subjectifying instead of objectifying, where it's kind of like you're doing a weird, sexy dance for a bunch of robots and you feel cool doing it, instead of like, oh wow, it's sexy that she's doing it since I'm sexy that I'm doing that.
I mean, I do think like it does tie into though like the movement in this, right? Like,
Yeah.
This is like I think they do tie in together, and
Yeah.
I do think it does like
Was
emphasize
that the
like.
last enemy on this
I
area?
think so.
Yeah. Every time this goes mazy, it's just like it's
Yeah.
not playing
Yeah.
to its strengths.
It's
Nope.
not. If they would even do something as much as just like
Oh.
tell you how many enemies were left in the room.
You
that
can
camera
jump in
is-
between them, but I wouldn't recommend it.
That camera is not great for jumping.
V for Anarchy suggests it would be better if it was a rhythm game.
And I do feel like there's another element where, like, I don't know, I think you could frankly get more appeal out of the character being sexy if there was, like, you know, more actual character going on here.
Yeah. The only thing that's,
Like, if this wasn't just, you know, an iMac girl desktop.
and you're talking to all the character is in a series of
Like, the deadpan is not enough.
the deadpan and is this like, if this was made 10 years later, it would be it would be like vaguely like, is it lesbian banter?
I mean-
Instead it's just confusing.
That
Hang
was-
on, Fear Effect was like,
Yeah,
what?
that-
How?
Really?
Yeah, that was before this.
But
Yeah.
Fear Effect wasn't like, that wasn't fear baiting, that was just queer, wasn't it?
It was queer, but definitely not aimed at queer women.
Don't
Okay.
forget about your special attack.
Don't
yeah.
forget about the duck.
I was trying to hit it. Remember that there's a lot of cases where it will not let you do
Yep.
it.
Don't forget about 20 different things.
God, when
Oh, not enough distance.
Oh, yeah,
she-
you know,
she
you
is-
need to be right up in their business.
She is totally just like showing off after.
I think you can actually see labia. Like, I'm not complaining, I'm just saying. It's a lot.
To be fair, remember Contemporary Soul Calibur with Link? Which also had, like,
I didn't
detail.
play these games.
I didn't either. I just remember everyone online was
Ah.
taking upskirts of Link.
Great.
Bad news, it was still the same internet.
Did you see the interview about, like, how much work that Sakurai had to do to stop people from taking upskirt photos of Princess Peach in Smash? Because until he managed to, like, prevent that, they weren't going to give him, like, the rating he wanted.
Yeah. That was apparently the only thing that they had trouble with that Zero cared about.
know that, oh, there it is. Oh, mines. Well, what?
I like how readable this character is when it gets smaller. Like, it's got lots of colors in good places.
Yeah, it is impressive that it's a white on white, and yet
Yeah.
It's also like, she's the only thing in the entire game with any color at all.
no, there's like the red robots.
I think it's just partially her, Okay, so this is gonna sound like the dumbest thing I've ever said in my life, but I do feel like, you know, we have like these metal corridors, and like, the fact that you're staring at her ass and like they're showing it and that's not like, you know, turned into like robot parts, like actually gives her, like that and like her motion, like, I think the fact that they're playing
The
up the
constant
sexiness
movement.
does really add contrast.
Yeah. No, I really like her character design. I like how she moves.
I
like,
realize how this sounds.
I like controlling this character.
Man, that hip cock is good.
That camera is not.
You can do it. You can do it. I hope you can do it. Okay.
I
Can
did
you do
it.
it?
You did it.
Can I manage to navigate to the door? Is the real question.
Can you figure out which, like, what is the door?
Which jumps can I make?
Not
When
that one.
that
can I
one.
make them? Yeah, this is another thing where it's like it is not playing to the game's strengths.
No. They're doing this on purpose. They clearly thought something about this was interesting, but I can't fathom what.
I think that the fact that they'd played for hundreds of hours made them think that their control scheme was better than it was.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of games in this era had unconventional controls. Like,
No, like the Metal
I feel like
Gears from this
nowadays, games, like especially AAA games, have like very standardized controls, and this was just not the case in this
Yeah,
era.
no.
And they kept
Especially not on the GameCube.
They kept a bunch of these restrictions for Resident Evil 4, and people loved them. They were like, oh, you can only quick turn 180 degrees and you have to stop moving to shoot. This is amazing.
The thing is,
Huh.
it doesn't have the. What's weird about this is the way it mixes analog and quick and tank
Killer-
controls.
Okay, someone
It's
said
the combination
nothing-
of the two that makes it so weird. And
Oh god, you get turned around?
No,
No.
it's that way.
I
Kitty
just wanted to
and
see if we could buy anything.
Nope.
We could buy a continue.
Mm.
I want to get.
We got
well,
plenty.
We've got
I want to
two.
get the premium.
Yeah,
Blazer.
it's fine.
So like, Kitty in chat says, nothing in the world controls like Killer 7. I actually think this game would be better with Killer 7's control scheme. Killer 7, you were on a track.
Yeah, no, this would work better on a track.
So like, imagine if you literally couldn't turn. Imagine if you could only strafe.
Yeah, no, I do think making it even more discreet would not be a bad call.
No, like, this is the thing where I'm saying, like, this would be better if it leaned into the fact that
Yeah.
it could be a really good arcade game. Oh!
That's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Boffle says every developer wanted to be the ones who cracked the code of how to make the GameCube's button layout work. Harsh but fair.
I don't know. I feel like the GameCube button layout is really good. It has clear priorities.
Yeah.
And
It has
like
clear priorities, but like
and, like-
these ones are always kind of awkward.
The
well, the
one
why-
problem is
X.
people
No, I don't
keep
think
putting
they are.
important things on them.
the
Like
one
that's the mistake.
the
It
only-
should be A and B are
so
the
the
things
only-
that matter. X and Y are things that you press sometimes to like switch a mode or something.
The problem that I have is that X and Y are too similar, and sometimes I get them mixed up. But
Well, I feel like it's even worse on like on any current modern controller where like all the buttons have equal weighting, and
yeah,
it makes it so much harder. Whereas like the uneven weighting of the GameCube controller really lets you
Oh,
keep that in your
I didn't
head.
realize I was so close to dying.
Yeah, I think
Oh.
that might be the problem with the normal difficulty or the easy difficulty is that like you're a little bit too much
Wanna
of
have
a
a go?
yeah sure.
So by the way, I have been on Tuesdays or Wednesdays, usually Wednesdays, one day a week, streaming Metroid Prime Randomizer, which is a ROM hack that takes Metroid Prime and switches around all of the items at random with the only rule being that it will always produce something which is possible to beat, and such that, because Metroid Prime is all locks and keys, because you get items in different orders, you can visit areas in different orders potentially. So I've been playing that on a PS4 controller, which feels like sacrilege. But I was actually having a lot of trouble at first because, I had muscle memory for, I couldn't even remember how to play the game. I just had muscle memory for this game I hadn't played in 10 years. And, I kept having to tweak the controls until it was like, no, that's it. Because, my hands wanted to do a particular thing.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah, you wanted to play it. We keep on not passing it to you.
I'll play. I want to play one of the challenge modes.
Okay.
Also a reminder, Miguel, you want to talk about the system in Dragon Quarter.
Okay, so yeah, Dragon Quarter system.
Oh shit, I keep dodging the wrong way.
There are, I think, 3 different ways of dealing with after you die.
Uh-huh.
One sends you back to the beginning, but you
Oh.
keep some stuff.
Huh.
One, and also each time I think you go back, you see more cutscenes. One just is like a temporary save system, like you might have in a roguelike, where, okay, you can continue from where you were, but the save is erased as soon as you load it. Some of them used coins to save, and you could go just back to the last save spot, and you keep other things. I cannot keep straight which things you keep, how much you keep between modes. But the other thing that it had was you could go into dragon mode.
Okay.
And when you were in dragon mode, you could do moves that could basically kill any boss.
Huh.
But you'd up your dragon meter. If it ever hit 100%, you would game over.
Wow.
And have to go back.
Wow.
So what you end up with is, because of the continue system and that, you might go like, oh wait, I've got to save. I did this bit, but I could do it better. I'm going to take the stuff I have, go back to my save spot, redo that, use less of the dragon,
Jeez.
so that I've got a better save to go on from.
I feel like in video games, redoing things is interesting. Playing one section over and over until you've got it down perfect is interesting, but it's really, really hard to come up with systems that make players feel like they have permission to do that.
Yeah.
Like,
And also that it feels
failure
like
feels
this-
bad, repetition feels bad, it feels like a punishment. And it's really hard to find systems that make players feel like, no, it's not a punishment, it's good.
Yeah, my memory of Dragon Quarter was that part of the unlocking different cutscenes had to do with maxing out your dragon meter and having to replay things.
You don't have to max out your dragon meter. There's also a whole other, a dragon something else, which is if you play through it multiple times, you get a higher and higher ranking and get access to other areas.
Okay,
So that's
mind
sort of
if
a
I-
new game
I
plus
would like
type
to do a
thing.
trial. I want to see if I even remember how to play this game.
Yeah, D rank.
Wow, this has been...
So if your D rank went up, you could get access to other areas. But that, I believe you have to finish the game. But a run through is fairly short of that game, so it at least is not one of those things where it's an 80-hour RPG and we expect you to replay it. It's like it's a 10 to 15
This
hour
one's just
RPG.
worse.
I want the blaster.
Oh. Okay.
I think you're actually having some problems because the Guardian special is just... A lot of these games are designed around the assumption of using the special.
Yeah, maybe.
Did they move the exit?
No?
Oh,
You have to press right.
that's so non-obvious.
Yep. It's just weird because you told me
I
that.
really love how... What I remembered was getting stuck... Nah, I thought I could get up there. What I remember was getting stuck on the door for a really long time. What I really like about the GameCube is how every single game designer seemed to get the idea of oh, you want to just running to the door. every single designer seemed to get the idea in their head of, oh, you want to do something where you're just mashing the A button again and again.
It's a big button. It's good to hit the big button.
It is good to hit the big button.
Yeah, on chat, someone's saying that resetting let you get your D rank up, but yeah, you can 90% of everything in 2 runs, and it's fairly short for Dragon Quarter. That is a game I absolutely want us to stream at some point, because it's super interesting.
Was D rank the one that was like expressed as a fraction?
Yes.
Or was the highest fraction?
Yes, because that meant you were 1/4 dragon. And a true dragon would then be 1 out of 1. But I don't think you ever meet a 1 out of 1 in the game. You only meet like 1 out of 2s at the very highest.
Alright, so this is not an exit.
Yeah, those bullets take a while to hit the enemy. There's like a delay between when you stop shooting and when you stop doing damage.
Yeah, someone also on chat. I also feel like the tank controls in this game don't work when the effects obscure the attack telegraphs. There are some sounds that help with the telegraphs.
Yeah.
But in general, like I feel like this game would be better stripped down even more. It's the fact that it's kind of fighting with its own most interesting design elements.
I'm not bothered by the controls nearly as much now that I'm used to them.
Okay, so
Except for that one.
hold the stick one way or the other.
What are you trying to do?
If you hold the stick in one direction and tap Z while you're holding this, if you're not touching this but you press Z, it's 180 degrees.
Okay.
But if you push left on the control stick and press Z, it's
Oh, it's
Whoa,
a
okay.
90. Weird.
so it's like jump, turn, turn.
Weird, okay.
Actually, it's a little bit
Huh.
awkward. It's kind of you have to kind of like start before you.
Sorry, I thought that person in chat was just speaking
they're-
hypothetically.
They didn't say exactly what to do.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, someone mentions also Dragon Quarter is really fascinating. I love it, but it's so experimental. I had a very weird run of it where halfway through the game I stopped getting save tokens and got up to the second final boss without dying, and it is a very hard game. One of the most intense, definitely the most intense RPG experience I've ever had. Like, yeah, it was tone-based, but it didn't feel like it was tone-based.
Yeah, this is weird. Like, this room feels like it's like you want to be slowly curving through it, but you kind of like the tankiness is too tanky.
Yeah, like it just absolutely should not be trying to do any exploration because it just feels bad to do basic walking around.
I just feel like all her movements are so fluid, and once you get hit, she's just like it's so awkward. She's just like
Yeah.
crawling on the floor.
Yeah, no, it definitely does a good job of making you feel bad for getting hit.
And there's like a period of time where you can't put any inputs in.
Yeah.
It's really long.
I feel like that's like usually the opposite approach that most things take, where like you use your iframes to get the safety. Whereas this is just very fuck you.
Yeah.
How do you crouch again?
Yeah, like
How did you do that?
Why?
I jumped instead of running into the things. I don't know.
honestly, if you do it at random, you get like lucky like
Yeah.
60% of the time.
But also that was not as hard as it could have been. Those were kind of like there's a lot of space.
Yep.
I just find that it's so hard to judge depth in this game
Really?
Really.
because of the camera.
There's,
I
the
feel like
walls
yeah,
to
I
work
don't
with.
feel like I have that problem.
I don't get a good sense of like if I tried to land in the middle of some of those lasers.
Well, you don't have a lot of control over your jump trajectory.
Oh
Yeah.
right.
That's
How do you
problem.
do the? Is it like left, right, A?
Yeah.
How do you do it,
left.
Okay, you know how I would have done this actually. Wait, how many rooms have I done?
14 out of 15. Yeah,
Oh,
if you
No,
got
15
them.
out of 15.
Well, that was a 15s.
Yeah.
Just go up to it today.
How do you... Oh,
sorry,
right, left,
right, left.
A. Yeah, okay. How do you...
Just A.
Yeah.
It's always
no,
A.
I'm just trying to figure out what the controls are.
Professional.
Yeah.
So yeah, finishing all those rooms definitely helps.
But you'll notice
Oh,
something.
okay, so
Oh,
that's
okay.
how you...
You'll notice something, which is that... Did we just get... We didn't get any continues from that, did we?
But we didn't lose any either,
Yeah.
because...
We got like 300,000 from that. So you do 3 trial missions, you can probably
Are you sure that
afford the
wasn't
pink suit.
30,000?
What?
Are you sure it wasn't 30,000?
It was 30,000, but the suits are only 90,000. So you do 3 of those levels, and you can buy a new suit.
Yeah,
Do you want if I try like one more, just to?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's see.
sure.
I really want to unlock the pink suit, just because. So these are actually easier than the game itself. This should have been the easy mode. Is like shorter levels. Wait a minute.
Well, also giving you stuff to
Wait,
grind,
is
like
this
that
challenge
is...
level 1 or
This is 2.
is this 2? Okay.
It just, I think, always starts in that room.
We've got drum and bass.
Yeah, that's how you know.
Okay, those guys wait a lot longer than I thought.
Yeah, this shot kind of uncomfortable.
But look, all I'm saying is if you can make the lesbians and like feel a little bit weird about staring at a woman's ass, you messed up somewhere. Okay,
It's
this is
just an awkward... There's no way to make that look dignified, so it should at least like not make you feel so bad about it being undignified.
how do you target something?
X to switch targets.
I almost did something really cool there, like jumping into the
It automatically targets things, but like it,
X to switch.
yeah. Its decision on which one to automatically target is not always. I think they're just trying to make it like intuitively correct, and it's that way most of the
Occasionally
time.
it's wrong.
Yeah. Basically, the one situation
Oh,
that
wow,
that
those-
fucks it up is, yeah, they die in like one hit. The situation that fucks it up is there's an enemy that spawned in further back,
Yeah.
and then an enemy spawns in front of it. If that happens, you want to be shooting the front one, but
Yeah, it doesn't-
it'll stay targeting the back one.
Yeah.
You don't have to wait for yeah.
I'm not using my. I guess that I really feel
AMDI.
like. What?
That's one of our regulars.
Yeah.
I need to be doing a lot more of that. Yeah. That nearly cleared the room. Oh, that was weird.
That's a situation where the targeting kind of has issues.
Yeah, it lost target actually.
No, it was targeting the one on the left that you couldn't see.
No, I mean I was targeting something that it switched targeting while I was still shooting it.
Nice.
Oh wow. I do
Yeah.
like the way that
This
enemies
is what
spawn
mo-
in mid-room. Like,
This is
that's
what
good.
moving fast looks like. Is this Shadow Moses? Yeah, I guess like if you just wanted to run through a bunch of like plasticky white rooms and stare at a butt in spandex, you could play the Twin Snakes. Oh, this is interesting. You've got like optional exits almost. This makes more sense than the previous one. Whoops.
Yeah, the other one also had that thing where you could like exit
Yeah.
partway through. That's why we're not completing it, because we
Yeah.
find that first.
But it was like the exits were like the end of a long section. How was I supposed to know that was a door?
What
a
even is a door?
This is definitely a good lesson in maybe have one type of door texture for an area.
Yeah. I mean, that's the problem, right? Like, a lot of these rooms are too samey, but also, when elements aren't samey enough, it can cause legibility issues.
What if when you cleared a room, there was just an arrow pointing toward the exit?
You know, they could do some neat, like, Mirror's Edge style.
Yeah, like, I
color
go
stuff.
for, like, you know, like
Red.
lights pointing in the direction of the,
Yeah, everything's monochrome.
like, have, like, environmental lights pointing
Yeah.
at it or something. Do, like, a little, like...
Whoops. Press the on jump button. You know what really sucked about the GameCube?
Oh my god, was that friendly fire?
I think it was.
Yeah, I think we've seen it once before. It doesn't happen often.
I now like the game more. Because anytime a game has friendly
Yep.
fire, I'm happy.
Always good.
You know what? So what's weird about these challenge modes, levels, is the challenge levels are actually easier. Things go down in one hit, and that means it's actually a lot more fun because it's like blast, move on, instead of stand here and pump bullets. into
Yeah,
an
I
enemy.
feel like that was like the big problem with normal mode is that like the
Yeah,
health
yeah,
balance was better, but like I feel like
That's less the time travel thing and just the fact that we're playing on easy. That things are going
Yeah.
down so quick. Yeah, I feel like spongy enemies are only interesting if dealing with an enemy for a prolonged time is
Yeah.
interesting,
Maybe
and that
they're
is
just
often not the case in
maybe
games.
they're
and
expecting
often
you
it
to-
doesn't necessarily feel satisfying either. Like
Yeah.
if you're going through like giant waves of enemies, it makes more sense to
Why can't I? Oh, I'm out of. I'm actually out. Mixed up which meter was which.
like if you're going through like huge waves of enemies, I think it makes more sense for them to be relatively weak.
Oh yeah, no, especially if it's
It's
a whole
possible
bunch.
that
Like just like thematically, that feels
Yeah.
like more in tune with.
it's possible the enemies on normal were so spongy because they're expecting you to power up your laser by playing easy mode.
Yeah. Yeah, no. That's I think that is.
Have I gotten every room?
Yep.
All right, 90,000. I have just personally earned us enough gold to buy the pink suit. So I'm gonna buy.
It's cyber gold.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. I'm gonna buy the. Also, aren't you supposed to be getting paid for this? Like, I'm buying from the company store here.
Yes, but action is her reward.
Okay, it's not pink, it's yellow, but I remember it being cool. Unless there's a pink suit that we haven't gotten.
Is that a
to yet.
blazer? That doesn't look like a blazer.
You blaze while.
Man,
wearing
if you could unlock a blazer, that would rock, actually.
it? That sounds pretty cool.
Just
People
like
have been
cool.
describing the Papillon suit as the thong, which I'm not quite sure about. Okay. So, okay, actually, do you mind if I just try the mission? I'm going to just eat dirt
Go for it.
completely.
We've
I
both
think
been
if this
playing.
was made now, there'd be a good chance they would make the special power up by getting combos rather than being a special power up.
Yeah, no, I think they would. Like, you're getting rewarded for. I mean, I think that they want you to like be timing for. I'll get a power up here and here and here and here, but also like the more you use it, the more you get it. That would be more modern
Yeah.
design. Down right A. Ah, yeah, now I look cool. This is your next target.
Mr. Giraffe. We've seen this.
Oh, we've
Yeah.
seen this. Sorry.
No one has defeated Mr. Giraffe yet.
I've defeated Mr. Giraffe before. I can do it again. Yeah, this is
Oh,
the
yeah,
same
you're-
room as Area 1, but there's a different door. Is there a... No.
Oh, this inverts the colors.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yellow's now or white's now the butt color.
I have this idea of like, I hit this a bunch and then I duck.
I don't know how they managed to make the boots more intense than like the other ones, but like they somehow developed the technology. What if your boots just went up to your ass? That's normal, right? That's a thing? That's fashion? No?
I
No?
support your... What the fuck? Are you shitting me? What was that? Whoa!
She is like a little wobbly. I think
wait.
it's good.
Was that me? There was just like stuff going everywhere. I wonder if my memories of the pink suit being really good are because there actually is a pink suit, or if I'm just out of it.
TV was very poorly color balanced.
I mean, maybe? It was a pretty old TV. I think we might
There's
have...
a lot of suits though.
I think we might have gotten it for free. I think someone was throwing it away.
Yeah, remember how many suits were in the menu? So
Yeah.
we just don't have access to all the suits yet to buy. Which makes sense given the amount you can grind
Yeah.
to gate them a bit.
Also, man, like the suits are kind of different, so they must have spent a lot of time modeling all those. I feel like I might be understanding their priorities even more. By which I mean, they're a bunch of goddamn perverts,
How many
and
guns did you want? 0?
sorry, we were too busy modeling our 23rd ass.
You can just shoot guns from the hand, right? That's normal. How do you... Oh,
Is
this
the actual
sucks.
shape of it different, or is it just the texture?
This sucks, actually.
I think it's the shape of it.
Oh, no. Okay.
Chat confirms that there is a pink suit.
4.
Okay.
It looks like there's like both a yellow and a gold on the suit in terms of the
Oh, you
shading.
mean like on the bottom of the
Like
legs?
some parts of it are shiny and other parts aren't.
Oh yeah, you're right. With the like right underneath her butt, that's yellow, and like on the sides, that's gold.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, that's not correct.
12 suits total.
12 suits total, okay.
Oh well, that's a reasonable number of butts to model then.
Alright.
I feel like they've really missed an
Oh my
opportunity
God.
on giving
Oh,
her
that
different
sucks.
hair in different suits.
Sorry?
She should have like different hair accessories in different suits.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Yeah, they really fucked up on the accessory game here. Like no headphones, no. One of them should have like cyber cat ears.
Trying to figure out how much differences there are in our animation with the suits, like which things are different. I know that the specials obviously are.
Yeah.
This takes up so much time.
Yeah,
Wow.
and it's all iframes. Like, that's good. I like that long attack animation is, like, actually really useful.
I don't get how we're supposed to do this. Can you move forward a little bit, Lo?
There's a bit where they like
Yeah, when the first one cuts off, just
they
jump.
take turns. It'll blink and then
Yeah.
go out. Like it's doing.
You can jump over 3. Yeah.
Alright. This is taking a while. Is this useful at all of this noise?
Okay, I think also the suit should have, like, lights on it that blink to the music.
Yeah, she's
Or
got the...
syncing to the music in
Yeah.
general.
Have you noticed...
Well, like, the animations do sync to the music. I just
I
think
wonder
there
what
could be
this
even
game
more.
would have been
Yeah.
if they'd had another month. Or just the ability to make a second one. I guess it would be Vanquish. Is that everything in the room?
Like timing the sound effects to the music and stuff. Like give it the full.
I
sequence.
really think that would
Timing
help
sound
a lot.
effects to the music is like kind of a thing that got introduced shortly after this. Was there a pink in this room?
What year was this?
2003, right?
2003.
Mario Galaxy is the one that is the game I think of as like... Was there a pink in this room?
It's random.
Random.
P.N.
Alright.
Which is wild because continues are a possible random drop. I don't think that's great. That's not. You just came from there.
So P.N.03
That's when it came from.
is yeah
Oh,
2003.
Oh.
Res has got to be 2000. So they were already doing it by then.
Yeah, but Rez was on some next level shit. Like,
Yeah. But Res was doing the syncing too. Like that was its whole deal.
Do you get second chances? Can you just grind continues here? That would be awful.
Please don't do that.
So 2001 for Rez. So yeah,
I almost
the
did
idea had
something
been done
similar.
once.
It is like a thing that's difficult to do though.
Oh yeah, no.
So, you
they
notice
might not have had the like the audio expertise to pull that off,
You notice the lights on
Or
the suit?
just the time.
or like maybe especially not in the GameCube.
And it's not like those things move necessarily fully.
They don't turn
linear
back on.
forward.
Oh,
Like the LucasArts iMuse stuff was way ahead of its time. Arguably hasn't been duplicated.
For LucasArts what?
iMuse, they had a MIDI-based contextual music system
Oh yeah, that.
that let them do
Oh,
all sorts
huh.
of complex
Yeah,
stuff.
and it was because it was right at the end of MIDI. It kind of was killed by regular audio.
Oh,
It let me start inputting that one. Is that the room? Oh yeah, that's the room. I like this suit.
that's a good attack.
Come on, give me more stuff to kill. Aww.
Yeah, the LucasArts games would do stuff where it would like transition between two different songs when you went
Oh.
from one room to the other.
Wow, and yeah, like
that.
obviously that's not like super difficult to do in MIDI. Like it's extremely possible in a way that isn't possible with like non-synthesized audio.
Yeah.
Like you can do a crossfade, but that's not necessarily.
Yeah, no, it would have a theme for an area, and different rooms and people within that area would have different instruments that would come in as they enter the next little scene or as you move in there.
That's incredible.
Wow.
Yeah, no, as soon as everything switched to Redbook, that everything became much harder to pull off, because syncing
Yeah.
wave files is a lot more annoying.
Someone brings up El Shaddai as dancerly rhythm battle ho vibe. I really want to play that.
I
What I've
doubted it.
seen
Never
of it being
played,
played,
no.
like, definitely looks great.
Was El Shaddai FTP?
Sorry?
Was that free to play?
No. That was
Okay.
it was a
The other one was.
PS3 game, I think,
Okay.
which is like
Lots of
really
wild,
difficult
like,
to.
shader effect type
All I
stuff.
Yeah.
remember was seeing like a video and like a running thing is like Satan just kind of wandering around on his cell phone.
I
or,
don't
like-
think you're
I
thinking
think you're
of the
thinking of
same-
something else.
Yeah, you're thinking of a different game.
Okay. Not. There's some game where like you're an angel and like the
You can't. You have to go all the
Okay.
way around.
So
like
maybe that free-to-play game that the Killer 7 person did? Was it the Killer 7 person who
no,
did?
it was
Let It Die.
Yeah.
no Let It Die was different. There was hell in that. That was a thing, but
Today on stream, vaguely remembered games.
there was.
Yeah,
a-
this is awful. Why are we doing this?
This is a vaguely remembered game. This is my vaguely remembered game. Although, like, what's a little weird is I seem to be doing better than either of y'all. So either this suit is fucking incredible, or muscle memory is a real thing.
Oh
Muscle
no!
memory is
Andy's
absolutely a
right.
real thing.
Lucifer hanging around on a phone is El Shaddai.
But it wasn't.
Oh.
Shit,
okay.
literally.
But it wasn't like Lucifer. It was like there's like. All right.
Once
so,
again, sorry for doubting you.
Oh no.
Okay.
Sorry.
Also, while we're speaking of mics, pickup is not as good for you when you sit forward, but
Oh.
if it makes you uncomfortable,
Sorry. Well, what if I
Sorry
move
for
the mic?
scratching my
Unfortunately,
mic.
it
We're
has to
still
sit
getting
forward
used to
because of the
these.
GameCube controller.
Yeah. Am I audible? I'm earning this mic. Can I spend it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna buy more palm shot. I want to be like more something.
Is energy, is that the ability to do more supers?
Yeah, I think so. I want to be more of a glass can.
So are you on a time trial right now, or are you on the main game?
This is the main game.
Okay. Oh, this bit. Be careful. You don't want to go under until that thing's passed. It tricked me.
Should just
I mean, you
reward you
start
for doing
rolling,
this
though.
shit.
I haven't tried. Is it Unbound, the one that where all of your moves are like ballet moves?
Bound is really interesting. All right, so Bound is like imagine if someone played this thought the dancing was incredible, but thought it was too bad that every time that you did combat, it would interrupt the dancing. And they're like, this game should just be dancing and nothing else. Bound, you have 4 buttons. Each is like basically a classical dance move. Your character is implied to do ballet. There's a lot that's really good in Bound. The thing about Bound is that you have 4 dance moves, and none of them do anything at all. But you want to be doing it the entire time, because moving through the space while dancing just feels incredible. Like there's a couple of things. I think that there's like places where there's like bugs or something that get around you.
Is there a new graphic for the palm shot? Someone's asking.
Is there a new graphic?
Does it look
I
like?
think so.
I think so.
We hadn't seen it when they asked. Which is unfortunate because they clearly put a lot into these animations.
Yeah, I find myself, I was gonna say, I find myself really wanting to get the damage-free clears. So much for that. Oh, I don't like this at all.
Robot friend.
I'm not using enough of my, ugh.
So excessive.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, no, it's great.
I also love like, do all these things bouncing around do anything at all?
I think they
I'm
might do
pretty sure
damage
you've
if they
gotten a kill off screen with them, yeah.
What are the chances of that exactly?
enough.
I think this game actually kind of rewards you if you just play like a madwoman. Like if you're just jumping around for no reason, it's actually a lot harder for the enemies to hit you because they're.
The problem is you can't shoot when you're jumping.
Yeah, but you can like jump, shoot. There's a little bit of a cooldown. Okay, what the fuck is this shit? Yeah, oh, not so bad. Wait. Yeah, there you go. Oh, whoa, that was awesome.
Damn!
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think one of their goals was they wanted to make sure you were never bored looking at this character, and I think it works.
Oh, wait. Ah.
You don't have any more?
Yeah, but there's more. There's more right here. Oh. There was a power-up in the room. Did I pick it up by accident?
No, you just can't back into things, ever.
Yeah, okay.
It's not...
All right, I gotta remember.
Honestly,
All right.
I understand what they were going for, making the backstep, like, not a thing, but it's still too, like, you don't internalize that it's not a thing.
So cool.
It's almost
okay.
a good
Oh,
dodge.
yeah.
That, like,
That's what it is. It's just a backstep dodge.
so there is a power-up just behind.
Yeah, but don't try to back into it.
Yeah.
I think it might have given me a refill when I used to continue, which is pretty fair considering that refills
It
are
does.
basically gold. Oh my god, this room is full of... This room is full of power-ups. What the fuck?
It's also full of really tough enemies.
True. Was that my first hit?
Yep.
Oh. There's basically no reason to not kill anything with a... Yeah, basically every time that I don't use the... Yeah, I'm done. Oh, whoa, wait a minute, there's a branch here.
Someone in his chat is asking if the level aesthetics ever change. I assume the answer is no.
I don't think so.
There's, like, new room types and shapes. But, like,
Yeah,
in general,
it's
seems to
weird.
be-
They
But like,
did
there
a-
haven't been like changes in color or anything.
They did a lot of work and it all looks like this. Alright, is there a door back here? There's not a door back here. Okay. Oh,
Like, they
wait,
do
that
interesting
didn't...
stuff with shape, I feel.
That didn't kill me all the way, did it? Should I go back for the green?
Or they do if you're into brutalist architecture.
I'm into brutalist architecture.
Which, like, I am unsurprised. This is actually an old copy that used to belong to MetaNet, who did N+.
Oh, yeah.
And They have a lot of books on brutalist architecture.
I'm
in their
very not
library.
surprised that this is.
So like compare Control. Control is literally, the concept is you're in one really big brutalist building, but you never get bored looking at the surroundings. I feel like this is a little bit.
I mean, also that's like brutalism complicated
Yeah, it's
or
complicated.
overdone or like
Yeah.
you know.
They also they
The
thought about
localism?
they thought about not just there should be different room shapes, but like every area should have like kind of a distinct feel. Also, I think they got actual brutalist stuff. Yeah. Okay. So it feels so good when you just completely clear a room. I'm really confused by this feeling of being better at a video game than Christine. I'm not sure this has ever happened before.
The levels in this a little bit remind me of the levels that you could create in like the time splitters that allowed user-created levels, where they wanted all the bits to work together, but within each bit they would have sort of, oh, this would be an interesting way to.
Oh, this sucks.
Yeah, no, it also like they literally have a theme that is like this. It is all like white shiny plastic space stuff.
Interesting. Ah, shit.
Like the closer one first.
If I had successfully done the back jump, that would have been so cool. No, no, no! This one! Ah!
Yeah. It's a bit of a problem.
Any predictability. Yeah, they are. You're not supposed to be doing these from the bottom level.
Yeah, I think you have to go for it.
Hold on.
Once you up in their business.
There are so many power-ups in this room. Like for the first
You
time.
need some of them.
Yeah. You're not doing hot.
I'm just sitting here like doing the super input like 3 times, and oh right. Yeah, red.
Okay, so you can't sidestep them as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, each like they've got a code that they can
Yep.
seek on, and if you can mess with that code,
But dodging.
it's harder. Like you gotta
Yeah.
do it last minute if it's really close.
I wish I didn't enjoy.
Well, I
getting
think it's
hit
because
so
they can
much.
turn to the side, but they can't like do a 180. So
Yeah.
if you overshoot them, then
Oh snap! That was actually a really. I was just like,
yeah.
okay,
went pretty well.
wow. I was saving these because I thought they were 100% healed, but they're not.
No.
Oh,
they're
I just
dead.
started there the entire time. What the fuck?
Oh,
Notice how much money I'm making now that I'm like I'm using the glass cannon suit, and I'm not being like cautious. I'm blasting through rooms and beating them really quickly, and I'm making so much money so rapidly. Like,
All right, time to fuck up Mr. Giraffe.
not fight.
Soon.
Oh no.
oh, I like the lighting here.
Oh god.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, it's good.
Like
Very
they are
nice.
finding ways to make things feel like each area feel
Yeah.
different when you get to a
an
new.
advantage of the fact that this is such
Brighter
a,
ones heal more, apparently.
Okay,
That's
that
not very
follows.
well differentiated.
An advantage
Should
of the
give
fact
them
that this is a.
different numbers of saplings.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah. Mr. Giraffe from Dead Space, apparently.
Really?
The head thing looks like.
Got the, yeah, like the visor.
Was Dead Space Capcom?
Uh,
No. It's Western.
How long did that take me?
Oh,
Oh,
they do in
no.
fact have different number of orbits. We
you
just hadn't
can't-
noticed.
yeah.
We are fools.
I had better get a bonus for that. Well done.
She was right. She could have done it earlier.
I'm gonna need a bonus.
I've put in some new Aegis suits in the shop. You should check it out.
I will when I feel like it.
Rookie? Oh, come on. That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
So now can you get your pink?
Whoa. Okay, so first off, that is a massive escalation.
Can
We've got
you go-
100,000 points.
Go down below it and see. Ooh.
Still not a blazer.
Oh my god, that's a lot of... Okay, those are...
That makes sense, because we still haven't even fully upgraded ours
That's
yet.
a lot of absurdly expensive suits. I don't know what was the one I
They
liked.
need one more and they've got all the Evas.
Alright, so... first off... Alright, it is 11:19. How are y'all feeling? I remember the part after this being kind of cool.
I would kind of like to see, just because we've been in this
Yeah, I'd
area
like
for
to
so
do.
long.
Okay. Also, before we move on, y'all buy what y'all want for the suit y'all want to buy it for.
Let's,
Do you want the Prima Blazer?
let's increase energy.
Okay.
Since
Given
it's,
how powerful
Now
that
that
is.
you've leaked back, you should.
Oh, right. Do you want to be playing with the energy with the Blazer? Have I sold you on it?
sure,
All right.
let's fully upgrade it.
Full blazer.
Cool. It's as blazing as it can get. Either save or don't. Yeah.
Pink is in the third set, so we probably won't get to see it. Oh, it looks like there's another outdoor area.
Have you gotten yourself a new suit? The suits take a bit of getting used to, but I'm sure you'll do okay.
I've gotten used to you, haven't I?
Don't get smart with me. Just remember who's got your paycheck. I forgot to mention an important thing. This mission will take place outside. Your objective is to destroy the core of the enemy unit's insertion point.
Fresh air for a change. But you know my shades will get dirty outside.
Good luck.
Yeah, are you wearing sunglasses indoors? Vanessa, I don't think you're that cool.
You wear your sunglasses at night, so you can't... Okay. So, in the first area, it made sense why there was a space battle going on above you, but now I'm just confused. Has it been going on for, like, hours now?
It's all robots, so I guess they
Alright.
can do that.
Never get tired.
God, the lighting is so different on your suit here. It's so dull looking.
Yeah,
Imagine...
because
Okay,
of the sandstorm.
this would have been really hard to do in the GameCube era, but imagine... Imagine if, like, everything was like faded out, but your lights were the only things cutting through the fog, like high beams. So there's lights on your suit and everything.
Yeah.
That would be really easy
No,
to
it
do
lost my
today.
target. Never mind that. Oh, I really miss the automatic though. I don't think the automatic distinction is very good. I would have just made it always hold.
Yeah, that doesn't seem to be a point to
Well,
it.
and there are multiple levels of automatic on the suits, so they could have just made the basic level fires.
Yeah, like it
One
could have been
this
like an
way.
upgrade. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
This is a lot of... Why weren't they this generous with upgrades in the first area?
I would not be surprised if they did not have many passes on these levels.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm almost wondering if it's like, this would be a good time to use your... Yeah.
Iframes!
nice. That is a really good explosion.
Oh yeah.
So I keep saying like there was like a cheap special that like you could just, it was like quick and cheap and you could go off a bunch of them. I'm wondering if I'm thinking of the secondary weapon on one of the suits. We haven't unlocked a single secondary yet, have
Boom.
Yeah, I don't think we have had.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know how we unlock those.
I don't know how I feel about like relying on you using the specials,
we? Yeah.
just because like it's like, you know, such a long animation.
If they gave you, so first off, this animation is just absurdly long. If they gave you, if it
Oh,
was-
it's more of these guys.
if they gave you a lot fewer of these power-ups,
There's less stuff to bounce off here.
Yep.
so if you think about it as dance moves, it's sort of like, you know, blah, 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 and then like big finish, right? Like, there should be a rhythm to it. Like, you should do like a few normal moves and then a
Yeah.
couple of...
If
I
it
feel like
had-
that's like what's really good is like when you stagger in like dodging with your shots.
Yeah.
That feels really good because that's like a bunch of discrete like that's you doing a bunch of things, whereas, you know, getting iframes off using the big special, that's just doing one thing.
If it was something that built faster based on combos like we talked
Yeah.
about earlier, then you'd get that nice rhythm of
Exactly.
like kill a bunch of small enemies, then get the next batch with the big
Incidentally, I
thing.
If you're
think-
encouraged to
I'm-
use as part of your,
I'm
like,
pretty sure these are required to do the super on. Okay, have you noticed you were at 70,000 already? So I guess that's how they expect you to buy the $300,000 suits. Chat says P.N.03, in which a Charlie XCX backup dancer goes through hell to make it to the PC music show on time. Was that a
that's...
perfect?
I don't think so.
Oh my god.
so...
Are you about to destroy the Death Star?
Looks like it.
Oh yeah, cool.
See, like, this feels like the power fantasy that the initial room wasn't, right? Like, you're just, like, blasting through armies of enemies because it's giving you enough, Imagine how hard those things would be if you couldn't just, like, lean on
That
your...
was a door.
It was in front of you.
That was the least looking door I think we've seen yet.
I don't feel like it was ambiguous.
I think I've gotten used to their modular doors, so I was like, yeah, of course that's
Yeah. It's seen within the vocabulary.
What I was gonna say is, like, I wonder if there was actually a thing where, like, they made the first level, played the first level, and they're like, let's use the lessons we learned on the first level to make the second level more interesting. Are you just supposed to jump down there?
I think so.
Leap of faith.
Woo! That was pretty cool.
Does give you continue.
Sorry, was I clipping? Sorry, I really like this game.
So yeah, they are trying to use shape in as many interesting
Yeah,
ways
no,
as they can.
this is really mixing it up. I like this.
This is also kind of like a little weird because it. Okay, so if we go with my theory that they developed the levels in the linear order, this might be like, we've done a lot of really similar stuff. Let's do something different.
Yeah, it could be that. It could be also like different level designers. So
Could be that.
they each had different ideas of what would be fun.
And also, they did. What did we get? Like, I don't.
Honestly, like this being a big long corridor is exactly what I think the game is good at.
Yeah. Oh, that it dropped a
Don't
power
need
up,
it.
but it's not worth it.
Yeah, now I'm starting to feel like there's not enough threats going on.
Yeah. The early levels were too hard, so we switched to easy, and then. Now we're like, I want to play the hard version of this level. One thing that's a little weird is that, like, when the things you're shooting are very far away, it's really hard to get a sense for the rhythm of what you're supposed to do.
Oh.
Man, I'm really glad we solved our video problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, okay. Definitely get... Oh, those guys aren't actually that hard. They don't have any health. They're just big. Well...
Well done.
I'm taking the day off tomorrow, if you don't mind.
Be my guest.
Gonna go out dancing.
Professional, yeah.
I'm wearing my sunglasses.
You have
Because I'm
11
professional.
continues now. I am completely baffled by the difficulty curve in this game.
Yeah, this...
It could be that we did do a bunch of grinding.
Maybe a bit.
What's an energy drive?
Um,
Oh, is that what gives us?
Oh yeah, that's the Falcon.
Let's get the Falcon.
Totally get the Falcon, whatever it is. We should have the energy drives on the other suits too.
Oh yeah. I guess let's try it in this one. Oh yeah, because this one had like a really not good.
At a good if you were
I
close,
think
but
I think
terrible
you can switch
otherwise.
suits. There's a left and right, so I think you can switch suits inside of this.
You're correct. Let's try out Pegasus.
By the way, a good
Oh
way.
god, it's up, down, and down, up. That's gonna be...
They all seem to be reversed.
Yeah.
A good
Oh,
thing
boy.
to do here would be to, if you just want to try out different suits, one way to do that would be to go into a challenge mission and just eat dirt
I just
immediately.
wanna...
Okay, go for it.
Let's just do it.
Do it.
Let's just see more story,
Down, up, yeah.
to the extent that there is a story.
Did you buy yourself a new pair of sunglasses?
What's my next mission?
Destroy the CAM's command tower. Its core should be at the top level. I have some unfinished business to take care of, so no complaints, okay? What does that mean?
She's been staring at my butt a lot, and she needs to go,
Oh, finish something.
to her bunk.
Sure. Entire area of completely new textures, and now here. Oh, this area. Yeah.
I don't feel like the controls actually struggle in these corridors, like, with the curves.
Yeah, no, like this is where they're designing levels to
Like, I
what
feel
the
like
game
these
is
slight
good
curves
at.
are good.
So this entire area is just.
Wait, no,
fantastic.
shit, wrong way. Down, up.
Is that much further?
No, it was the, I did the normal one.
No, given from everything we understand the
This one
game
has,
is
this one
rushed,
has automatic.
it does not surprise me that these later levels are like getting
Yeah.
what works with their controls better.
Yeah.
It's entirely possible that the control scheme and the early levels were being done at the same time,
Yeah, they might not have had time for
so they may not have known what.
revisions.
Incident. Look at
be
these lights. This is actually pretty good lighting for 2003, given that it appears to be in fact dynamic, or at least baked in some kind of really intelligent way.
I think you were getting dynamic lighting by this point.
Sure.
You weren't getting self shadows necessarily or anything fancy like that.
Well, there's no self shadows in this, but. Yeah. Color the whole room. You can do it. There's like just a little bit of coyote time.
Okay, got 'em all. Damn!
Nice.
I do wonder if there are like perverse incentives because the combo times after you kill. Like, is it good to leave enemies alive?
One,
I know in
kill a
practice
bunch
there
of them.
isn't like really scenarios that can,
one,
like the rooms don't really enable that as a thing.
They
But,
also spawn fast enough that
yep.
one,
Ah.
one weird thing here is
Yeah, that was some
like,
good pressure.
there's actually a really weird sort of balance where like the combos mean you're disincentivized to use the one really long super.
yeah, you won't get the combos.
Oh
for
yeah.
that.
You can, but
I guess you could end a combo with it. Does that work?
just depends on like if you have enough seconds left in the combo, because by this point the combos are like 13 seconds.
Yeah, I guess that's a good balance for it being so powerful.
Like it's really odd because like it's not, that's a very long period of iframes. That's not a downside at all if you. At this point, it's almost like the enemies are using the shelter. Oh, this thing's on a track.
what was the super input? It was down up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's try Pegasus.
Oh. Whoa!
Ah! Okay,
That's pretty
yeah.
good. That used a lot of meter, I think.
Yeah, I did.
Nice!
Oh man, it looks and feels so good.
That did not look or feel good.
I mean, the fact that it's actually, like, slightly difficult is what makes it good. Like, if it was, you know, if getting
Yeah.
hit by a missile wasn't, like, a huge penalty.
Whoa!
Oh, shit!
Yeah. Oh.
Whoa! I'm not
Okay.
used to those guys not instantly dying,
That's
so...
new. So I want to point out Doom 2 had really low poly models to accommodate the fancy lighting, but this is actually like... I'm not sure if these models are all that complicated. And there's not many things on screen at any one time.
It can potentially have a lot of enemies on screen, though.
Like, this sort of, like,
Shit.
the gunfire doing that was being done on computers during the 90s. Just this basic sort of, like, the lighting is being affected by
Yeah.
your shots. Like, what was that? There was a Descent clone that was just, like, it was like having a fight in a zero-G fireworks factory. I can't remember. It always came free with graphics cards at the time.
Nice.
No.
But it was just
At
like
all.
over-the-top colored lighting. Everything had like colored lighting that would reflect off of the walls. Tons of particle effects. Forsaken, yeah.
Huh.
I think the
Okay, these guys actually do have a fair amount of hit points. Never mind.
What happened last time?
Oh,
Maybe
maybe this gun just sucks.
I think last time maybe one of the ricocheting shots.
Huh, maybe.
Super had hit it.
Oh yeah, you were using a more offensive suit before.
I was.
Yeah.
I wonder if part of why you all were struggling so much in the early levels is this suit is just kind of rough.
This wasn't the suit that we started with, though.
No.
But this is the defensive one versus the offensive one.
Well, we haven't upgraded the
Oh, wow.
defense,
Sky.
That's good. I feel like I notice like color banding and dithering on this game like in a way that I don't on other GameCube titles. I'm wondering if it's just because like they're using such a narrow range of colors or something.
That's probably it, is that they couldn't actually display a lot of
Oh,
subtle
can you change
gradients.
suits mid-level?
So, yes.
Nice.
So let's go do that.
I want to know what the Falcon is. These names are so forgettable. Gold suit is best suit, says Notumono. I thought that was like advice or something. If you save up, you can buy the like whatever these wild ones are.
Yeah.
In Terra Blazer.
Oh yeah, that can have a pretty upgraded, I like that it's not like,
Oh,
that they don't have different stats, it's just that they have like higher.
they reuse.
Caps.
Pegasus Pro.
Oh.
Swan is the same as on. I guess they're in Terra means upgraded.
Yeah, okay.
Thunderbird and Griffin Pro. I feel like these suits either had a very good or a very bad marketing department.
Okay, now I'm feeling like I wish there was a map.
Yeah.
There's definitely no door.
I think it might have been behind the. No.
That is 100%able.
Okay, now I'm just literally lost.
Okay.
And Terra Guardian and Ultima Guardian are generally considered the best suits of the normal suits. I don't know what a non-normal suit means. So wait, the Guardian suits actually are the desirable ones, and eventually.
Maybe there was a door in this.
Oh, new enemy.
No, it just respawned.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was already here.
I don't think I've seen enemies respawning.
Yeah, I've literally never seen an enemy respawn. That's new.
Might be because I.
Hey, what's the new? No.
Oh wait.
Oh. Huh.
Right.
Yeah, we're going
Third
up a
dimension.
tower.
I'm smart. I wasn't approaching that right. It just expects you to hit everything at a straight angle,
Yeah.
that's all.
Yeah.
It's not I don't think it's as frustrating as it seems.
Oh, those holes are potentially interesting, but not interesting in fact, huh? Okay, there's 3 unlockable suits.
Okay.
It's like unlockable outside of just the stuff that you get in progress. Wow, that floor, definitely a choice.
It's a choice.
I mean, I would have maybe chosen to texture it.
These animations really
God.
are great.
Well, I guess it worked out okay.
God.
No, the incentive to see another ridiculous light show dance move is good in this
Yep.
game. Like, there are things that work within the fairly limited resources they had making it.
Oh shit.
Nice.
Nice.
There is still like
Oh.
it's that guy I'm worried about. What's my Harrier down?
We haven't. Oh, well, we haven't seen stuff.
No, we have. It was the.
Yeah, we have. I was like, we haven't. No, wait, we have.
So remember, jump back is actually kind of powerful in this room because it means you get a better advantage on.
I really thought I'd be able to hit that.
Yeah.
Some,
Where can I target this guy?
They could communicate better what will and won't work.
Wow, really glad that missed.
Yeah, all the stuff that was about like navigating space in a way that isn't about engaging enemies is not great in this.
Yeah.
So like running around.
Yeah,
I
an
feel like
open
that's
area-
like that just doesn't need to.
So like those jumps, platforming is not interesting in
it's
this. On the other hand,
unfortunate
like
that there are some things you can
like-
that look like you could almost
yeah,
hit them.
Yeah.
fluidly if they set it up so that you everything that looks like you can make it, you make it. Like fluidly crossing a gap would be like really.
Yeah. But no, the way they've implemented stuff, like it's really good at these long corridors where you do interesting.
Jesus.
Yeah, I feel like I
Fights with
might like
enemies.
make these jumps a little. I might like consider like making them like what is it the Uncharted style, where it's like just like
It just
you
like
jump off a
basically
thing.
calculates at the moment you did the jump what animation to run,
Yeah.
and then clips you to the next spot you're supposed to be, but with
There's
what
still
looks like a
something
very
alive in this
naturalistic.
room.
Or maybe I really want to do the Prince of Persia now because
Yeah.
its mobility is actually it's not like this, but like some of the ways in which it's discrete are
This is not interesting.
this sucks.
Falafel says that an Ocarina of Time auto jump would have actually just worked here.
Yeah.
Were they? Was that the door?
Are those things enemies?
I mean, I think they count as enemies.
Sure. Fuck right.
I think I saw a door on the other side of that, but that may be the one you came in from.
No, it's an energy door. It's
This song
we're not looking for enemies. We're looking for enemies, not a door.
Oh, okay.
You know where the door is. The door's here.
Oh, I heard.
Yep. Okay, there's something somewhere.
Either that or this music has a sound in it that sounds like a shooting sound effect.
Could be, but we know there's an enemy alive, so.
Yeah, we can hear shooting now.
Yep.
I thought the shooting was part of the song.
Oh,
There it is. Yeah,
Are you lost?
this is just the. Like, I understand like having the door locking to make sure that you don't miss.
Yeah. What's interesting about
Don't
this?
just rush through it. But
What's interesting about this game is always being in motion, right? So like, if they just told you here next, right? Like just a big arrow appears. and
Yeah.
says, here's. That's a look. Huh. I think that was pre-rendered.
do not jump in time.
Your headbutt worked perfectly. Oh, that was smooth. This would be a good time for us to.
Oh, hoo, 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 hoo.
So this is a suit apparently that you get for beating hard mode.
Yeah.
Which I always feel is weird when like the last
Yeah.
thing you get is
Something that makes the game easier as a reward for
So,
beating it on hard.
The
I don't.
One of the problems is that the final suit you unlock, the game's
what's the-
final. There's actually a reward for beating the game with the best suit. So the game, like,
I feel like it should give you a weak suit and give you a reward for it.
that sounds great, but
Like Muramasa style. Where like the reward for beating it is you get to play it on a harder like.
yeah. I think there might be
played on
something.
European Extreme.
Oh, headshot.
So, Kitty Whippins, you seem to have actually played this game through. Is the Papillon suit actually different in any way from the other suits, or is it just better and skimpier, apparently?
This is good. I'm glad this is hard.
The random continues are almost interesting. Like, if it was the case that like you could expect to have a certain number of continues over the course of the game, but you weren't really sure when you were going to get them, that would be.
I feel like it's a thing that is interesting and more so.
Whoa!
I like that they're generous with iframes before and after the.
Oh, that wasn't the iframes. That was me jumping.
The limited continue thing is much more interesting in a game that is about survival, like
Yeah.
thematically, and this really
Is not.
isn't.
In
So
chat, they're saying that final suit, or at least one of the later suits, causes you to die in one hit from any.
Whoa!
Oh, never
okay.
mind. That's great. That's
That's-
exactly what I want.
That is
Awesome.
Perfect.
exactly.
Nailed it. Awesome. Shit.
Oh Jesus! Speaking
Yeah.
of,
Where is it?
I really wish there was like a next enemy.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Oh, that thing looks like it's about to start firing back.
That's okay. I had the power of God and iframes on my side.
luckily one super attack takes out a boss at this difficulty.
Yep. Rookie. We're earning money pretty quickly at this point.
Yeah. And also we could probably go and do some trial missions. I think we should probably pack it in since
Yeah.
it is nearly midnight,
I
but
want to play the rest of this.
I mean, I think
How close are we to the end, I guess is the question.
Oh, no, I just
Oh.
mean I want to spend the next
Yeah.
like 2 weeks playing this every night.
I just mean are we like are we one more stream away or
You're further along than I've ever gotten. Kitty Whippins, how close are we to? Ooh, you can slot any super you want. All the stats can be upgraded in the one you get for beating the game normally.
Oh, okay.
That's
That's also interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, that's actually I think they actually did
Yeah.
exactly what you'd want them
We're
to do.
on
with
we're on
that.
mission number 6. How close are we to the end?
Anyway, we might
Yeah.
do one more stream because this is
pretty-
fun. I want to see.
Yeah, I'm
I
curious.
wanna see more.
Given how many times you had to retry the first level, even if you're not quite halfway, you could probably beat it in one stream.
Yeah.
Um,
And I am curious to see Vanquish now.
Yeah, no, I think Vanquish is much more a character action game, but I think tries to take some of the fluidity that this has
Yeah.
when it's being played well.
So we are apparently halfway through. So we could.
Yep.
There are 11
Yeah.
missions. We could do the whole thing the next one.
I've been enjoying, like, as much as I find the gameplay really frustrating, I've been enjoying seeing how they stay with that monochrome
Yeah.
art style and still manage to make each zone feel fresh and different.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I don't know. This is weird. It's very idiosyncratic, but I'm really enjoying this. I honestly like once I got past the hump of like the controls being weird. I feel like they have clicked. There's definitely improvements. They're not like
Yeah.
good, but they do work.
And they definitely they put in content that fights what the game is good at.
Yeah.
They do, but like when this works, it feels really good.
I'm just intrigued
I have
by.
not gotten to that point yet. I think I need to do a few more
I'm intrigued
trial
by,
missions.
like-
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like they keep surprising me. Like, I feel like they keep, like, throwing things at me that are like, okay, you've seen kind of what the game has to offer. Now, what if we did this slightly different thing?
I am not surprised that this team has made a bunch of like cult classics and hits since.
Yeah.
When they actually had time to like revise. Like this clearly has a lot of stuff that feels like this was a first or second.
Yeah, and I
shot at
definitely do
some-
want
yeah.
to see like the revised version of this. Like, what did they learn?
Yeah.
Hopefully, a little more conventional controls. But like, I think like when you get into a groove in this, it's good. And when you're like trying to figure out how do you get into that groove, because it's throwing new complication at you, that's also like really good. Like, it's just a satisfying feeling of you know what you should be feeling. You haven't quite hit it because now you don't know how to deal with these enemies, but
So I'm saying this fascinating to think this is the game that they made between the two.
Resident Evil games.
Now,
Wow.
was it any of the same team? The continues thing
I'm
feels
not-
very Resident Evil. Like
I'm not clear. I know it's not. I know it's not the same director, but probably. I don't know how Capcom internally
yeah, it's hard to
structures
know
its
how
studios.
much staff. But in general, like between this, Breath of Fire, Dragon Quarter, and the Resident Evils, it's clear that like thinking about continues was something that was happening.
Yeah,
at
and I do
Capcom.
think Capcom internally like clearly has like a lot of design stuff that overlaps itself.
Yeah.
It seems like there was some, at least, engine development that was a bridge between the previous Resident Evil and the next Resident Evil that they were trying out in this.
And also, the thing I was
That would
reading made
make
it sound like
sense.
there was just a lot of like cross pollination. Like at least like even if like the designers were on different games, they were playing each other's games.
That's
Yeah,
not
'cause, like-
surprising, and you can definitely see the effect of that.
Like Bayonetta did not actually come out of this team, right? Or at least not this director. But clearly, there's like you can see some DNA.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you
Yeah,
so much
good
for
topic.
joining us, and we'll
And,
see you
uh,
next week with.
Thank you to Kitty Whippins in chat for answering our questions because I was like half this stream I was like trying to find any FAQs on this game and there's not much.
Yeah.
Also, just want to thank Xandra who gave us some tips on where to go to improve our chat. So you may have noticed
Yeah.
the chat is much nicer looking than it has been in the past.
And thanks again to Parrish, who has been monitoring our audio situation, and I think we finally got it. I think we
also-
got it down.
Set up some giant lights so even with our bad webcam, we look a little bit better.
Yeah, these lights are really like they're almost creepy. The lights would fit in this game. Y'all can't see them, but they're
Yeah,
like they're
that's
very
kind of the
science.
point.
They're science fiction.
Anyway, good night, everyone.
Night.
Good night.